The only car show I ever liked was Pimp My Ride.
They're
like, they put a PlayStation in the trunk.
That was a fucking dope.
Yeah. They put a. He has a PlayStation X. He looks at his rearview mirror and it's a PlayStation TV.
We were just me.
And my dog like PlayStation. I'm gonna put PlayStation in my dog's ride. Hell yeah!
He's like, tell us 3 things about you. He's like, I like candy, I like playing video games, and I have a limp. And they're like, oh, well, we got the car for you. We're gonna put
hydraulics in him because he's gonna be limping around. We're gonna put Twizzlers coming out the room because he loves candy.
It's time for 1 Big Mac with cheese, no onion and pickles.
That's fucking Logan right now.
Yeah, it felt like it when I was like, yep. My soul like left my body. I was like, nope, not gonna talk for the rest of this interview.
Peter with 214.
Come on, Peter. Here we go.
Sorry.
Going down the stretch. And time.
I like how Anthony pulled up cool jokes.
He said, where is it?
Anthony's like, thank you, Anthony. Anthony's like the Mexican Siri. You just say something, he starts finding a location.
Hello and welcome to The Middle is Open. Emo Carrillo here, along with Anthony Espelin.
What's up, guys?
Peter Carrillo.
Yes, sir.
And you know what? It's a very special episode because we got the kid back in the studio, Patrick Espelin.
What's up, everybody? How you guys doing?
Dude, it's so good to see you. Whoa, what was that?
Short
Sorry.
Was that a wave? It was like, whoosh.
It sounded like the poltergeist, like the white noise.
No, that's definitely ocean waves, I think.
Yeah, kind of.
Seagulls.
It's like one of the. But anyways, Patrick's in the studio. He looks good, like always. But you know what, guys? Something special happened today.
Dude, I'm pumped. Like, I'm excited.
Yeah.
I was nervous.
Why were you nervous?
I mean, I'm always nervous.
Really?
Yeah, always.
No, you're smooth, man. Peter, how'd you feel?
I was excited.
I was excited too.
Like coming in today, it was.
Me siente muy.
I actually wanted to be. I wanted to be pumped, so I stopped at the gas station.
Oh.
And I ran in to Caleb, who
Yeah.
interviewed us today.
Yeah, so Caleb Lada, he interviewed us for his show that he has on the CW. He's got a YouTube channel. You guys want to check that out. But it's Elevate El Paso. And he interviewed us today here in the TMO studio.
It was dope.
Charlie's Bar. Dude, it was one of the coolest experiences. We're usually on the other side. We're interviewing guests. We're interviewing people. We're talking, just having a good old time. And Caleb reached out to us, and he interviewed us on our TMO Unplugged stage, the Middle's Open Unplugged stage. It was a great experience, guys.
It was fun.
Yeah, it was cool. It was like we were just sitting there like a lineup. Like,
Yeah, he said it was like 30 minutes.
Was it this guy?
Yeah.
Start singing the Backstreet Boys.
Yeah.
It did feel like one of those performances where we're like, we just needed our mics and we're like, I love you.
Yeah.
Well, guys, like, I think technically that was our first performance on our stage.
Yeah.
That's true.
It's usually
pretty crazy.
we have guests performing on the Middle's Open Unplugged stage.
Damn.
It's hot under those lights.
It is. Yeah.
We actually had.
We should have did the fog.
Oh, that's true.
Damn, we did it.
Dude.
Music ideas came after.
we should have just started rapping, bro.
Well, like
just
we
started taking turns.
self-critique, like after he left, we're like, how'd it go? You think it went good? Like we got all kind of like, and then you guys were like, you should have flexed your legs. And, we should have
pulled
like
your
been
pants
doing
down.
pecs, and I should have sucked it in a little. You start criticizing yourself.
Yeah, I'm kind of thinking.
Start
I'm
taking
like,
people's fucking nicknames and shit.
Like, did we ramble on? Yeah.
well, I was thinking like, do my boobs look big? Like, I don't know. I was
Like
kind of
if you have,
concerned.
like
Yeah, like-
Alex Rodriguez.
Yeah, like man boobs.
Yeah.
What we
Like-
need to do with that video, the interview, is we need to get a hold of that, and then we'll edit it, right? And when it goes to Abel, you're gonna say what was going on in your head.
Oh fuck! Oh
And
fuck!
it'll-
Oh fuck!
Yeah.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
Yeah.
Oh my god!
I think that'd be a good video.
Yeah, no. It was.
And then I'm over here thinking like, man, wow, my stomach kind of feels weird. What did I eat yesterday?
Oh yeah.
playing the trumpet in your chair and shit.
Like,
It's like,
that'd
did
be
I
messed
turn
up
off the light on?
if you like let one loose and then he just kept it going.
Yeah.
Like he left it on the show.
Like Step Brothers?
Here's the thing. Did any of you guys have like pre-rehearsed answers to some of the questions you thought he might ask?
No.
No.
No?
I had no
I'm an
idea what to
improviser.
expect.
Like I just go with what's there.
Yeah. Well, like me, I was concerned on what he was gonna ask. You know, like I was thinking about it. I was taking a shower today, and I was like thinking, what questions is he gonna ask? How am I gonna answer this? Not so much fake, but like politically correct, because that was one of my concerns. Is like, one, I don't want to curse, right? And two, I don't want to say something dumb. Those were my two concerns. Not that I had an answer, a specific answer. It was just like, no, I got one, Pat. But
I just didn't want a booger or something. Like, I checked my nose probably like 3 times.
I didn't even check that.
And then, like, since I ate on the go, I didn't want like something in my teeth, like when I smile, and then
like pepper or
you
spinach.
get pepper and it looks like you
you have a cavity, whatever.
Yeah. So it was dumb things like that. Like, I don't think I've been on TV.
Mm-hmm.
Well, one time when we were at Balloon Fest, they got us like the news.
Dude, you've been on TV.
Oh, we were in a commercial.
We were in a commercial for like Rudolph Chevrolet or something.
I was in a golf commercial, and that shit was aired during the Masters when I was a kid.
What?
Really?
Nah, don't lie.
Swear to
Really?
God, dude. Honors
Was
golf.
it like a national commercial?
I think it was just local.
Ours was a local one.
But it was aired during the Masters, and I was like, fuck
Really?
yeah.
It was the like the
in the eyes of an angel.
They're all shivering in the corner for $10 a month.
You could
can
sponsor this little Mexican to play golf.
Play golf. In the eyes. Oh, what a great song. No, yeah, Orange Golf Academy. Shout out. I was like in 7th grade. I remember they were like, we need a. Do you think you can skip school to like film this?
Skip school.
Yeah, to film this commercial, and I was like, hell yeah! I felt like pumped. I remember my mom, my dad was there, filmed it, and like the Masters, it came out, and I was like, dang,
That's cool.
Hey, you know,
we did come out in a commercial though. We were wearing our football gear.
Yeah, that is true.
We had football pads, and we ran out of a van.
You know,
it was for like it was Rudolph, right?
Yeah, it was like the fucking new hottest minivan that Rudolph was selling
in 1998.
Not even like 97 or some shit. 96.
It's been discontinued since.
The airbags didn't.
It was recalled.
Yeah, it was recalled.
There was no seatbelts.
I know there was 20 kids that came running out of the van.
That was back in the day when
you didn't have to wear seatbelts.
Yeah, you could just stuff as many kids as you want.
Like, how many Mexicans do you
pickup
have?
truck?
Put them in there.
Yeah.
Well, the more you pack in there, I mean,
actually,
you can't really go anywhere.
They used to not promote the safety features. They'd promote the suspension, like how much weight it could hold. Like, this could hold 50 kids in the back.
Yeah. It's got 0 airbags,
zero
but it can hold a
airbags
bus.
for more room.
That soccer team you have, put them in there.
Be the real soccer mom and take the whole team with you.
Yeah, for real, mom.
How would you do that commercial?
Huh?
Try our new minivan. No airbags for more room to carry the family.
It's like, okay, thanks, bud.
This is the best selling.
Like, you know what? You're right. I don't need airbags.
When has an airbag saved my life?
Have you ever been hit by an airbag?
No.
I heard
it's like getting. I heard it's like getting hit by Mike Tyson.
Me neither. My friend Kyle down the street.
I thought.
Oh, actually, I
Pat
lied.
was gonna like. Have you got hit by one?
I
Have you got hit by one? Well, let me tell you guys, it's the worst feeling in the world.
My friend's cousin's sister.
I asked the question. I mean, we're talking about airbags. Have you ever been hit by one? No, me neither. Okay, but I know somebody who has. Said it hurts like.
You know what? I was in a rollover, and I was in the back of the
truck bed.
No, I was in the back of a Suburban. It was a military one.
It's like the Mandalorian episode where.
And we flipped and all, and there was no safety features whatsoever.
Wait, what?
That's
Say
true.
that again?
There's no airbags on a Humvee.
This was a military Suburban that we used for convoys when I was downrange.
Oh wow!
And,
what does $6 trillion go to in
it was
the military budget?
We had
not
airbags, but like the backs were cut out, so you could have all your heavy weapons, and you would just sit back there, and it was all modified, obviously. But like I don't remember airbags going off, and we rolled 3 times.
Damn.
I don't remember much from that.
It's crazy how like cars have changed. Now there's like airbags like everywhere, like in the handles, the windows and shit.
Dude, we went from talking about the
Yeah,
interview to
I know.
airbags.
Well, anyways, I just want to give a shout out to Elevate El Paso, Caleb Lara. Caleb, if you're listening to the first 15 minutes of this show, we apologize. We were trying to like give you a shout out, man, and then we started talking about airbags and being in commercials.
Thanks a lot, Kyle. Got me in trouble.
But Dude, that's funny that you bring up like cars and stuff, like the new features that each car has nowadays. What was the one car that you guys growing up, like that you were going to be big time when you grew up? Like that was the car that you wanted.
Damn. That's a good question.
Because like
I think that's an easy question.
Because
Yeah,
I think of I think of Pat's dad, and he had that Mustang, and I always thought like that was the coolest fucking car, like a Mustang, like fucking red and like.
Is it like
a cool guy?
A new car? Because I know what car
Any
I've
car.
always wanted. Yeah, hell yeah. 67
No, but his
GTO.
first Mustang.
No, like you said, your car growing up.
Yeah,
like,
growing up, like the brand or whatever.
like the first car you got, and you're like, like I'm the
I mean,
fucking
like,
yeah,
I made it.
The
Got
Mach,
that Mach 1. Yeah. Shout out the Mach 1.
the Mach 1 Mustang. Yeah.
That's what you wanted.
Well, I mean,
no,
that was
my dad had this 89 fucking coupe that was fucking to the nines. Love that dude. But that one, like, if I could ever like ask for a car, it'd be that fucking car. That car was like, cause like that's the car I grew up in. Like I have so many memories of my dad just fucking hitting the line lock, fucking just ripping it, and then just fucking taking off and being in the backseat. Like holy shit, like this fucking car is fast as fuck.
I never cared for cars.
Yeah, me neither. But I
Like
mean,
a
there.
minivan. I
feel
always
like our
thought it was
family
cool
was
because like
built
I
on
could fall
cars.
asleep in the back of a minivan. It was like a spaceship.
Do you ever go fast in your car? Like
Peter's like
What's the fastest you've ever gone?
Peter's like I wanted a '98
when
Pathfinder.
When
Nissan
I was
Pathfinder.
stationed over at Holloman, and I'd be driving back and forth from El Paso to Holloman. I mean, I think the fastest, and I had a Focus, so it was like once I hit like 100, I was probably like 105.
That's it.
Well, yeah, but it was like I was like, oh shit.
Okay, yeah, maybe.
But like,
Yeah,
did you
like-
get
but, like,
adrenaline? Like, did
have you
it
ever been
do
in a
anything?
fast
Yeah,
car?
I mean, you feel it. I'm more worried about the cops. Like, to me, I don't really care to go fast. I put on the oldies and I just chill, and I'm like,
he's a cruiser.
yeah, I just like.
Nothing wrong with that.
I respect
I'm all
the cruiser,
singing,
yeah, I
like,
respect- I
I'm
respect
literally
the
the guy
cruiser.
that goes 5 miles under the speed limit. Like Peter said.
Everybody's passing.
Have you ever
Yeah.
been in a fast
That's
car?
why he's always
what's the
like,
fastest-
Yeah,
on time
I've
for
gone
his
to the
tea time.
drags. Remember the drags out there?
You get there 5
I had a
minutes
friend
before your
that-
tea time.
I had a friend that had a Mustang like your dad's, the old one, the
The
white
89?
one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was-
And so
God, I love that car.
I had a friend that had one like that, and he used to. I rode with him once at the drags, and it was cool. I mean, it's a few seconds, and we went a couple of times.
Dude, the drags.
Actually, that day he blew his engine though.
Fuck that. No, never mind. That's
But
a
I
bad
mean,
day.
but it was cool until we had to like drive back in a tow truck.
Yeah.
But it was fun. I mean, I'm not knocking. It's just for
No,
me,
I'm just-
I don't care too much to go fast.
Yeah, I think that's what it is. Cause like just the adrenaline like is addicting. Like, and that's like I think like why my brother does it. I used to and
Yeah, it's
Pat.
like,
It's
why?
just it's like I don't know.
Yeah, I could see it.
How
but-
can I push this a little bit?
You know
more?
what's funny? You guys were like the only Mexicans I knew that were like semi interested in NASCAR and stuff.
Dude, NASCAR is the shit.
No, yeah,
dude.
like because
Imagine a fucking car going 200 miles an hour.
Yeah.
That
Yeah,
shit is
'cause, like,
It's
wild.
boring,
Yeah,
but those
but it's going so fast, and they're all doing it because they're all great at what they do. That it is boring because
See,
they're
that's
like
the simple
and it's
understanding.
so
of it.
bad. Like as a kid, I wanted to see accidents. I'm like, I hope they roll over. And then like as I got older, I'm
Dale
like, man, I don't want
Earnhardt
anyone.
passes away
Yeah,
at
and
the
then
age
I-
of 50.
Ah, dude, that hits
Yeah,
me
and I'm
hard.
like, I don't want to
That was my guy.
wish that on
Shout
anyone.
out Dale Earnhardt.
I think for us more it wasn't NASCAR because NASCAR is kind of boring as far as like the racing part. But dude, those cars are fucking amazing. I mean,
Oh, dude.
250 miles an hour, like, dude, that's just mind blowing.
That's what
like,
the-
Dude,
like-
you know what was
They have to put a restrictor plate on it because
Yeah.
that's because they can go faster.
Yeah.
It's
Dude,
like,
you know what's-
that's ridiculous.
what was a cool show that I remember coming to Anthony's house, Anthony's grandma's house when I was a kid, was that Pink's All Out. Do you
Oh,
remember
yeah.
that show,
Fuck
Anthony,
yeah.
on Speed Network
still
or whatever
watch
the
it.
fuck? Dude, that shit
Oh,
was.
dude, is that?
I thought it was the cool.
no.
It was the bald guy.
You remember
that was the
Time
host,
Trials?
right?
Yeah.
Was it Time Trials?
yeah, yeah.
I have no
Oh,
idea
dude,
what
I
yeah.
fucking love that.
Dude, that shit. I don't even like cars, but for some reason, I thought that was a fucking cool show.
That show was dope. That Time Trial show because it'd be like, okay, I've got this in my car, and then you'd have to guess, okay, like what's this car running, and they'd be like, all right, like 12.5 and like 12.4, and then it's like, damn.
The only car show I ever liked was Pimp My Ride.
Yeah.
They're like they put a PlayStation in the trunk.
a fucking dope.
Yeah, they put a. He has a PlayStation. He looks at his rearview mirror and it's a PlayStation TV.
He's like,
We were just me. And
oh, my dog like PlayStation. I'm gonna put PlayStation in my dog's ride. Hell yeah.
He's like, tell us 3 things about you. He's like, I like candy, I like playing video games, and I have a limp. And they're like, oh, well, we got the car for you. We're gonna put
hydraulics in him because he's gonna be limping around. We're gonna put Twizzlers coming out the roof because he loves candy.
Me and my brother were just talking about that. It was like the Mexican version is just like, hey, yo, your car don't run, but we put a popcorn machine in there. It's like, what the fuck? You're missing a tire, but we put a swimming pool in the back. Like, what the fuck? I don't need that.
We bought your mama some chicken in the fridge. It's like, oh, okay, thanks,
It's
exhibit.
like, how about you just fix the car for me, please?
Oh, you suicidal. We put suicide doors on it.
It's like, you like to tailgate? Well, we took the engine out and put in a 4-burner grill.
You're tailgating now.
Tow us to your next tailgate.
Stay at your
What?
tailgate
It's like-
forever because it has no engine.
It's like my car was perfectly fine. Now it doesn't run.
It was running.
You think he just randomly went up to people and he's like, "We're gonna pimp your ride," and you're like, "No, I'm good."
Dude,
I'm like,
the
"Please
best
don't."
part,
This is
the best part was
it's
when
a
he would show up to your
$80,000 car.
house and he'd be like, "Damn, this motherfucker's ride," and he would just go through your shit. He's like, "Damn, this ride definitely needs a pimping," and then he goes to the door and like they're just like, "Oh my god, exhibit!" And he's just like, "Yeah, I'm here to pimp your ride."
It's like,
That's the best.
I'm here to clown on your ride.
Yeah.
Fucking,
I like the meetings too when they're all in the fucking. All right, what are we gonna do to this guy's ride?
Oh, when he's talking to the
He's
crew.
like, okay, I'm thinking 20-inch blades. Yeah.
Everyone just says, "Shut the fuck up, exhibit. You don't know jack shit about cars. Let us handle this
I
side."
always wanted to see like one of those cars you see that are like real compact, like can pimp it out into something crazy.
A little Mini Cooper.
He's like, "We're
Little
gonna make
smart
your
car.
car look like an accordion."
We took a Mini Cooper and we got 3 more Mini Coopers. It's a limo Cooper.
Limo Mini Cooper.
It's a limo Cooper.
It's the same size as a normal
It's
car.
a regular car, but it's got
turned
8 seats.
We turned your Mini Cooper into a Camry.
It's a Suburban.
Dude, MTV.
That
when
was gold, though.
Yeah,
Dude,
MTV.
remember that show
when we were
Next?
growing up was badass. Next was badass.
Yeah.
That was
Next.
a good show. Yeah.
Which one was next?
That was like
when
a
you would
dating
next
show.
a girl, dude.
What's
You'd be
another
like, "This
good
is a
one?
great date, but next," and then she's
Yeah.
like, "Fuck you, dude."
You have
You're
like you have like 4 or 5 options, right?
Yeah.
Like,
got, like,
if
3
you're
girls.
on a
Damn, I
blind
don't
date
remember
and then a
those.
girl will walk in and then you see her and you're like, "Next." Or you could continue with that date, but then it goes sour. Then you just say next,
Next.
and then another girl comes in.
Oh. We should
Yeah,
do that.
it was-
Dude, if Amanda's
Well,
listening, she remembers that show. Shout
dude,
out.
TRL.
We need to do. Oh, TRL
TRL
was the
was badass.
shit,
Yeah.
man. Fuck yeah, TRL, Carson Daly,
Yeah. Whatever happened to that
Dave
dude?
Holmes.
Well, Carson Daly started looking 30 and
Old.
above,
Yeah.
and then they
He's
put
kinda
him
like
on the
Pat.
super late night show.
30 and above.
No,
Yeah.
like
Like he used to look like he
looked
was
good.
20, but then the second he started looking like he
Like
was
he
30,
I was
they
like,
put him
what?
on
What
the
did I
super
do?
late night
Yeah,
shows.
yeah.
Like
We're actually gonna do
Yeah,
that. With,
last call with Carson
Yeah.
Daly, dude.
Last call.
literally 4 o'clock in the
Yeah, it
morning.
was like I would wake up at like 3 in the morning and be like, "Is that fucking Carson Daly?"
Am I watching TRL?
I'm all eating Cocoa Puffs, watching last call.
Dude, that's totally what happens. Cause like now you have like Tom Brokaw and stuff. They come out like super early in the mornings.
Yeah,
Like like,
Yeah.
the older you get, the later you go.
Well, like Brian Williams, after he lied on air, like what the evening news, they like sent his ass to MSNBC. They're like, "Get the fuck out of here! You're going to MSNBC at 2 in the morning,
2
bitch."
in the morning. Yeah.
Fucking But yeah, MTV.
MTV was the shit.
MTV was badass.
Fucking Robin Big, dude. Shout out
oh,
Robin
man.
Big,
Dude, Big died, huh?
Yeah, shout out
Yeah.
Big Black.
Yeah,
Christopher Big Black Boykin. Sorry.
his eye was always like
I know.
I like the
His
man
eye
paw.
looked like mine when I would wake up.
he had diabetes, bro.
Well, I
he
don't
was
have
blind.
diabetes. That's just my
I
eye.
just made that up. I don't
I
know.
was like, no, he didn't. He's lying.
No,
boys,
but
Do you think?
I'm
Do you,
so sorry.
nah, fuck no, Pat.
whoa, whoa,
gotta
do
leave
you
me.
think that 5X shirt that we got for TMO would have fit Big Black?
Nah, fuck no, dude.
No,
No?
dude.
That's
It
like 10 times XL.
We need a bigger X.
that shirt would have fit.
It would have been a tent.
That shirt, dude, that shirt would have fit Big Black. How Peter's sweater fit in that picture.
Oh.
Oh, wait. Shout out Anthony. Happy birthday, Anthony.
Thanks,
yeah.
man.
I know.
How old
His
are you,
fucking
Anthony?
birthday.
34, man.
34. How do you feel? Any different?
No difference.
No,
Yeah.
Nah, he looks different.
It's another day.
dude. But that picture was fucking gold that I put on Instagram of
It
you
was.
guys
It was
as
fucking
kids.
gold.
Fucking, we had Peter, Samantha, Bianca, and then Anthony. Anthony
Yeah.
looks fucking thin, bro.
Anthony,
Yeah.
you look exactly like Lucas.
I know.
Yeah,
right?
dude,
Dude,
it's totally Lucas.
You know
That's
what's
so
crazy? Anthony looked like he had his like Beto O'Rourke feel. He had that like nice button-up shirt. He
You see the
looked like
boots? Check out the
Oh,
boots.
dude!
man.
fucking
If you guys
boots.
haven't seen this picture,
Texas
we have it
two-step
on our
over there,
social
man.
media.
Texas
Yeah.
two-step.
You have it on social media?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's on
Instagram.
Instagram.
So go check out this picture. I'm sporting the dad bod at the age of 5. I have this.
And you're also 5'10".
I have a sweater.
And now he's 5'9".
I did look tall though.
You look tall
Yeah.
as fuck compared to everybody.
But I don't know why we had name tags, like for real.
Yeah. If
Nobody
anybody
knew each other's
if
names.
anybody knows, let us know.
yeah, please.
It was the first
We
time
do not know.
It's like, Grandma, how do I spell my name? Chingo.
Put this on your fucking camisa.
Maybe they put it on us. They put it on us so they can remember
But
which
how
one.
was, how was my shirt able?
Dude, your shirt was literally like...
Dude, you were sporting the Ezekiel Elliott before
yeah.
Ezekiel Elliott, bro.
And it said, feed me.
or eat me. I don't know.
I don't know why we were like set up like mugshots though. Like,
For real.
get next to the fireplace.
Samantha. Dude. Samantha's bang. It's adorable.
Dude, why is that? Like every picture I have is a fireplace. Like
That's the spot, dude.
Yeah,
Actually,
no.
the one
Fireplace
you have
is
on
the
your
spot.
as your cover for
Yeah.
your Facebook is
is in the fireplace.
in the fireplace when there's like 20 of us.
Yeah.
in the house.
Dude. Oh, that was a great time.
Yeah.
that
Good
was
thing
fun.
there was no psychopath
That's
or
that
something.
day I
And the
was trying to
fireplace
bench press
wasn't on
Cedric.
because like they could have wiped out our whole family just by pushing us in the fireplace. Like
I wait.
we're like always standing in front
Yo,
of it.
when's the last time you've lit that fireplace?
Don't light
Not
it.
long ago,
unless
like 2 years ago maybe.
you gotta
2
clean it.
years?
I mean,
Not long ago, like 2 years ago.
when has it gotten that cold besides this
He's
couple
like,
weeks ago?
when was Y2K?
Maybe it wasn't 2 years ago.
Dude, that
Maybe it was a
fireplace was so lit. I remember like,
So lit.
what a great time.
little- for real.
Oh, good one, Pat. It was fucking lit though. I'll tell you that.
When did you light that fireplace?
I used to love.
When
sitting
did
on
Forrest
the
get
brick.
shot in the head?
When did JFK die? 76? Yeah, that's about 76.
76. We know Pat doesn't know history. 76.
When did he die? When did he die?
Like 63, wasn't it? It was like...
Fuck, I don't know.
Yeah.
I thought it was 76.
70s.
I don't know.
I think it was 63. I'm going to say 63.
Look that up.
Yeah, look that. Bring it up, Anthony. Like, oh, dude, Anthony
I actually
upgraded.
saw the
Anthony
spot where he
upgraded
was
to
shot.
Google. He
Yeah.
used to use Bing for the longest time.
When did who die?
JFK.
What are we talking about?
JFK.
JFK,
When
man.
did JFK die?
Yeah, no, that's 60.
Just put JFK's dead.
Uh-oh.
63, yeah.
63.
That's what I said.
You said 76.
No, you said 76.
No, I didn't.
I think like that's when your dad was born, 76 or
Nah, it
something.
was 73.
Anyways.
Damn.
No, it was 72. My mom was 73. Damn. JFK.
Nah, man, but
So
fucking-
JFK died in 63?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What happened in 76 then?
Something.
His 13-year death anniversary and shit.
Something happened in 76. Anthony, what happened in 76?
Google.
1976.
What happened in 76? Dude, I can't read that far.
Yeah, my
Nothing?
vision.
Yeah, nothing.
Something happened.
Right there, go down.
Election of
Go
Jimmy
down.
Carter and
Oh, wow. Fucking election of Jimmy Carter.
Apple.
That's what it
computer,
was. It was the
Microsoft.
Jimmy Carter thing.
There was
The Jimmy Carter effect.
1976, the year that nothing happened.
That's what I was talking about.
That's
If
what
you,
happened.
if you have
That's what
answers in
we definitely
1976,
don't know our history.
Yeah,
I always thought I was good at history, but
guess
I
not.
think I'm dumb.
It's in the past.
It's in the past.
When was the Emancipation of Proclamation signed? Does anybody know that?
18.
Pat's gonna
When
get
did
this
our-
knowledge, and he's gonna just randomly bring it up today.
When did our-
like, did you know JFK was shot in 63?
When was
Do
our
you know a whale comes 400 gallons?
It's
of
like-
fucking cum?
This day in history with Pat Espeline. A whale comes in the ocean. Have you ever wondered how salty it is?
Yeah. That
Well,
foam,
let me tell you
that
why.
foam in California, not what you think it is.
sea monkeys?
How much cum is it, Anthony?
400 gallons.
400 gallons.
That's a lot. Dude.
No, 400. Is it 400
That's
gallons?
400 gallons of milk.
No, didn't you say 400,000?
That's how much milk you drink in a.
Oh.
Milk mustache.
How many times does a blue whale fucking have sex though? Like, that's, like how many times a year? Because that's like 400 gallons. Like say like he has sex once a month. That's 4 times what? 12.
Does a blue whale get blue balls? What are we talking about now?
I don't know,
We've gone
man.
off the rails.
We started talking about Elevate El Paso.
Should we just go back to
I
the
was gonna
beginning of the episode? and
Let's
just
say
start
when was the podcast founded?
What do you mean?
Our
Was
podcast?
it founded? Yeah.
Our
2 years ago.
June 2019.
Was it June?
June 17th.
No, it was July 17th because it was my mom's birthday.
July 17th.
No, it's June.
Well, that's. Wait, what?
June
I thought that first
2019.
video was. In
No, not the
17th.
video.
No, your first podcast was
The
on the.
very first
I thought
show.
it was
17.
July. I thought mine was July because I always thought it was next to my mom's birthday.
See, we don't even know our own history.
No, we brought you on in
We
July.
don't even know our own
Well,
history.
yeah, but you guys did one like a week before me, didn't
Yeah,
you?
we had a soft launch.
Yeah, so it should have. It had to be July because mom's birthday.
We
is
had a
July
chubby
18th.
launch.
I remember. Oh, God.
Yo, shout
was-
out fucking Tiger Woods. So you were telling me about this documentary. You telling me-
Okay, so Pat, you're a big Tiger Woods fan.
7/17.
Yeah. See.
7/17. What
July
is that?
17th,
July.
son.
7/17.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Well, it was in the works in June, though, guys.
Okay.
There was a
but
lot of-
when did it start?
There was a lot of work
bud?
that I was putting in that you guys weren't a part of. Shit, jeez,
Okay, I'm sorry, Jesus.
doesn't just happen overnight.
Branding.
God damn. Didn't you listen to an interview on Elevate El Paso?
Yeah. Shout out fucking not this Sunday, but next Sunday.
Yeah, next Sunday at 8 a.m. Elevate El Paso
You'll
is
see
going to
the
be
boys.
with The Middle is Open. The best looking 4 dudes in El Paso.
I thought we looked good.
On the CW.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know.
8 a.m.? He said 8 a.m.
8 a.m.
So
I'll try my best.
Yeah.
Sunday.
Grab your, before you guys head out to Mass,
Yeah.
watch The Middle is
definitely.
Open
Why
on
not?
TV.
And if not, just record it.
Yeah, DVR.
Watch it later.
TiVo.
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 Is-
Does
Do
that
people still have TiVo?
Get us
don't
ratings,
know.
bro.
Apple TV it or something.
Yeah.
I think you said it'll be
He's
on
on YouTube
Facebook
as well.
and YouTube.
It's on the tube.
We'll
But-
post it. We'll find it. We'll post it.
Yeah, you're going to want to check out Elevate El Paso on Facebook, Elevate El Paso TV, and on Instagram, Elevate EPTX.
That was a long segment of just Elevate. Went through a lot of ups and downs.
Yeah.
Mostly down.
But we
Mostly
got, we got
downs.
through it. We got
All
through
right.
it.
Yeah.
Hey,
Boys.
you know, I wanted to bring up that
God damn it. It always
baseball.
does.
No, Peter, we're going to talk about Tiger Woods. Jesus Christ, he's
Yeah.
like right there.
Yeah, he's looking
He's
at
always
it.
Don't
Look,
disrespect
he's always right
the
there.
Woods.
All right,
He's
so
always right
he's
there.
not always right there. He's always over here.
Yeah, he's got a new position
Yeah.
in the
In
studio.
the studio.
Yeah.
What do you
Right.
think? Does
He
kinda
actually
like
looks
it.
good.
should I just hide behind him?
No, you're good.
No, you're good, man.
Should we move him up? Like
No,
Nah,
just
you're
in
chilling.
front of me?
It looks good there.
I mean, I kind of like this new setup that we just put together in 5 minutes.
It wasn't 5 minutes.
Well, I
Well,
went
it
to
took
go
me,
take
like-
a piss.
It was like fucking an hour. But
Yeah,
it's
it
okay.
took
You
me
guys
a-
like that move? Anthony's like, well, guys, let's set up. And I'm like, I need to go take a piss.
Yeah, you was like, I gotta go to the restroom. I was like, how convenient.
No, but anyways, really quick. Tiger Woods documentary. Fucking crazy, dude. I know you're a huge Tiger Woods fan. You see
boy.
him as like a fucking saint, but damn, dude. Hate
I
to
mean,
say
I
it.
know he ain't no saint, but like,
Hate to say it, man. It's going to make you think differently of Tiger Woods.
no way.
Especially about his dad. Scumbag of the year, for sure. I mean, I know he's been dead for a while, but he's a scumbag. And then his mom, she's kind of a scumbag herself.
It's
But
on the HBO.
It's on HBO Max. You want to go and check that out. If you haven't seen it,
Anthony, do you have HBO Max?
can I borrow your password?
I don't know. I don't think
I
so.
was like, how are you watching
Um,
this right now? Look at this fucking golf swing. God damn.
Yeah. But
What a great
I
fucking.
mean, Yeah, man, it kind of sucks, dude.
I know. But
yeah,
look at those throwback hats that his dad's wearing with the fucking rope around the front. With the
Look, he looks the same.
Yeah,
dude, look at this kid, dude. Oh my god. What a
yeah,
G.
but it kind of sucks, man. For real,
He's like,
like if you
"God damn it."
watch the story, if you're a Tiger Woods fan, it's gonna give you like a deeper look into his life. A lot of footage you've never
Look at
seen,
this guy.
Oh, wow.
like him dancing, him going to like prom and stuff. These are things like
clinics.
you guys got to realize. Tiger Woods was the athlete that nobody knew anything about. This
That's
guy
true,
had a fucking seal.
You could tell he borrowed that suit because it's like gigantic.
No, it was just
that was
it
the
was
style
just
back
early
then.
2000s.
Yeah, it was a style back then. Look
But,
at people
um,
jumping into the fucking church.
Yeah, man, guy definitely, you know, he's the best golfer ever and shit like that, right? But here's the thing. This documentary is gonna change the way you think about him. Like, man, I don't know, man. Like, I really want Pat to see it. Like, there's his old caddy right there.
Yeah, Steven.
You know, his best friend, but just so many decisions that were made. It talks about his controversy of like him just seducing women. That was one of the girls he seduced. She kind of looks like Bruce Jenner there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But she looks.
fake as fuck.
Yeah, and that's what Tiger Woods
Was into or what?
But-
was into.
Well, dude.
He likes that Caitlyn Jenner
Well,
look.
there's girls that are always gonna be looking. To
No.
go.
So here's, it's gonna give you a different look.
Really.
Yeah, for sure. There was definitely some women that were trying to exploit this situation
boy?
he was in, but as far as other people and the ones that were handling Tiger Woods, you're gonna see a story on them as well, and it's not gonna give you the biggest.
Well, don't you think that's pretty much anyone? Anyone has skeletons in their closet.
Everyone,
yeah,
Yeah.
everybody.
everyone.
So it's like, it's almost like a kill piece on him. Like, oh, let's bring him out. We could make a buck off this.
But it's not necessarily a kill piece. I don't think they were unfair to him. I really don't.
Well, yeah, they're just saying the story, but you could look into anybody's life story and pick apart the good and bad and present it
Yeah.
as a bad showing or a good showing. So, like, I don't know. I haven't seen it, but, like, does it talk about his accomplishments too, or it just talks more of, like, the darker side?
It talks about everything. It talks about his upbringing and how he became the guy. Like
Tiger
that,
Woods.
Tiger Woods.
I mean, I'm not
Tiger.
defending him. I haven't seen it, so I'm just.
So
kinda
it talks about like how he was pushed to be this great golfer, you know.
Yeah.
But with that comes a lot of other things,
Yeah.
you know. I mean, he was pushed, dude. He was pushed. Just like how some parents are, you know, those helicopter parents that want their kids to succeed in education or in other sports. His parents that he had pushed him to succeed in golf, in a sport that African Americans weren't really invited. And that's one of the things his father was talking about in the documentary. It'll bring it up in the documentary, like how his father, how Tiger Woods was not invited to certain country clubs and stuff because they didn't let African Americans there.
Yeah.
So it kind of brings that part up, and it shows his struggle from
Yeah.
a very young age all the way up to his later years.
So, do you think, and this is kind of going off topic, but do you think, like, as a parent, as a new parent, do you want to push your child in a certain direction, or do you want them to just experience things on their own? Like, I understand, like, I'm a parent, and I try to guide my kids, but I also let them, like, you're living your life. My parents never forced education on us whatsoever, and I really don't force education on my kids. I mean, I'm like, hey, you're doing your work, right? But I kind of take their word. Because I show them, and I feel like I've shown them in my life that I had to struggle later on. I was 30 something years old going to college and finishing up, you know.
Yeah.
And they saw how many jobs I had to work to get it done. So I think it was more of a modeling to them, like, hey, you don't want to be 30-something trying to finish school. Nothing wrong with it, but, you know, it's harder. I took the longer path. So get it done now. And I feel like my kids, for the most part, they're very well in education and I never pushed them in sports, right? Like, I introduced them to things.
Yeah.
But if they weren't into it, I wasn't going to be like, you're going to practice. I don't care what you say. Like, how do you want to take that approach?
That's my thing. Like when Mondo came, that's like one thing I wanted to ask him, because like the way I look at Mondo is like the way he's brought up his little girls. Like,
yeah.
Like he said, like he never like
Forced them into
not
it.
forced them, but like if they have no other choice, right? They're gonna
He's
do.
the parent,
they're
yeah.
gonna do that because he thinks that that's gonna be good for them.
Yeah.
And that's how I feel about the game of golf. Like my grandpa taught me this game when I was fucking 2 years old.
Yeah.
And not only like would I say I'm a good person, but I feel like that game made me the person I am, because it taught me all these different things of honesty and respecting like who you're playing with, like from whoever it is, like the person that doesn't know jack shit that's struggling to the person that's fucking the best player you've ever seen.
Yeah.
Like that the game of golf is that to me. It's like that's why like this documentary, like I really want to see it, because like for me, like this guy, like I idolize this dude. Like he fucking woke up every day at 6 in the morning, worked out, played golf, fucking went back, worked out, played more golf. It's like, damn, like how the fuck somebody that like focused on something. It's like,
So are
damn.
you gonna force your kid into golf?
No, well, I'm not gonna force her, but like I'm gonna teach her the game of golf, and I'm gonna hopefully she understands the same concepts that I found from the game of golf. Like, I mean, the game of golf will teach you many things, from like lying to fucking being
Like
just being
finding
honest.
the beer
Yeah,
cart.
like it's like how can you get yourself out of a bad situation and like find the positive out of it. It's all these little things that this game will fucking, like anything will teach you. Baseball will teach you that shit. Football can teach you that shit. But this is just a game that I found that, you know what? It's you, and you're by yourself, just like how you are in the world.
Mm-hmm.
It's you, basically. And you either do good or you do bad. But at the end of the day, the game of golf, you had a great day, because it's a great game.
Yeah, you're
And just like the game of life, like you win and you lose, but it's the good. You remember the
Pushing
goods
through,
more
yeah,
than the
yeah.
bads, right? So it's like that's what I want her to realize. I want her to be like Mondo said, she's her own person. So I've been trying to think about that. Like she's gonna be her own person. Like never try and force anything, because my parents never forced anything on me. Like my grandpa would pick me up, and I was already ready, because I was like, dude, like.
well, I mean, there's no right way or wrong way.
to teach, yeah. There's, and
I
that's
mean,
what I've come to realize. Like, there's no way of teaching
Everybody
your
got-
parents,
I think-
of teaching your child.
I think Mondo said, like, if you're thinking about like what is right and what is wrong,
if you're
then
doing,
you're doing a good job.
doing a great
Then you're
job.
doing the-
because
yeah.
you're showing that you care.
because-
Yeah, and that's, I mean,
I think
that's
it's such
all.
a fine line though, because you want to be supportive, but you also don't want them to give up when things
Yeah,
get
I
tough.
want-
or
You-
rely
yeah.
too much on you.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
like
want
you
her
want
to
them to
try her
figure
best.
shit out on
Yeah.
their own too.
right.
And that's
But
what-
you also don't want somebody that's just gonna quit. You know,
Yeah.
when it gets
Yeah,
tough.
yeah,
you
it's
know,
tough.
you got it's tough.
Yeah, there is
Look,
a fine line
like-
from quitting because it's hard and quitting because they're not interested.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah,
it.
right.
Let's put it this way. I'm the only one that doesn't have a kid here, but a lot of the people that have succeeded in life is that their parents were tough on them.
Yeah, they
you
pushed
know?
them.
Not everyone has that same story, but their parents, for the most part, their parents were tough on them. They had to overcome some kind of adversity. And I know that some of the people that have not, I wouldn't say not succeeded in life, but have taken a little, a sidetrack, is their parents kind of let them do whatever they wanted. They were free to do, things that there was no consequence attached, Like, this is the way I see it. They're your parents. They're not your best friends, You can be really good friends with your dad and your mom. You can have a great relationship. But at the end of the day, they are your parents, and they do have to teach you some kind of responsibility, and they do have the responsibility to discipline you when you don't do things
But
do
okay,
things correctly.
yeah, but you're saying like success, like what measures success? Because like we're talking about how Tiger Woods was obviously the best golfer ever, and he was pushed, but then this documentary is showing the darker side. So he was pushed into something.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to say against his will because he enjoyed the game, but it was also like there was high expectations. There was high, and there's a dark side still.
Yeah.
So there's a dark side to pushing too much, and there's a dark side to laying off too much. Like, it is a balancing act. It's a game, and there isn't a right way, because you'll hear a success story of someone getting pushed, and then you hear a success story of someone that didn't have anyone in their life and they did it themselves, like Oprah.
You
or
could
something, like,
Well, like,
you can make an argument for either
No,
side.
yeah. It's like going on trial. You could have two sides. You could have the lawyer defending, like the way Tiger Woods was brought up by his mom and dad. A lawyer could be like, "This is the way to raise a child," but then on the other side, there could be a lawyer saying like, no, this is the wrong way to raise your child because look at all the things. Though he was successful, look at all the things that happened to him.
This is the way.
Yeah,
So-
this is the way. Shout out.
But yeah,
Yeah,
man.
I like go back to football, like PV football and stuff. Like there were times where I didn't want to go. I'm like, Mom, do I have to go? And she's like, No, you're gonna go. Like, you know, you committed to it. You're gonna see it through.
Anthony never wanted to go anywhere.
Yeah, but you know what? And I
For real.
yeah
To
that.
school.
But that's what I mean. It's like, yeah, I hated them for pushing me for it. But later on, it's like, you know what? I'm glad they did.
Because you had the experience.
And at the time, you know, like moving to Oregon, when I left El Paso to go to Oregon, like I hated my mom for that. Like I didn't want to go, you know. I liked it here, you know. So, but
Yeah.
in the long run, I mean, it
It
changed
made you
me.
who you
yeah,
are. Yeah.
exactly.
All right, so our little buddy Pat Espeline is going to be leaving us.
Yeah, I gotta go. I'm sorry, boys.
Pat, before you leave, last question.
Got you.
And I've been trying to ask this question to you for like 2 months. This is hard hitting, all right?
Oh Jesus.
And I want you to think about it.
All right.
So there's a burning building, okay?
Okay.
You already asked us.
Not to Pat. Not to Pat.
Burning building.
Burning building. Amanda's in one room
Okay.
and Jamie's in the other. Who are you
Ooh,
saving? You can only save one.
Damn, that's a good question.
That's a hard question.
That's a hard
messed up.
question.
Yeah.
That's a messed up
No,
question.
no, no. It's a question we all had to answer. But yeah, this is your question.
Fuck, dude, that's a hard fucking question, man. I mean, like, it's like the mother of my
You're gonna
child.
get him in trouble.
It's the mother of my child and my best friend.
Yeah.
That's like.
What would your best friend want you to do?
Yeah.
save the one that I love?
There's your answer.
Which is your best friend?
Probably Jamie. Yeah.
Oh,
That's a
It's
harder
gonna be
question than like his daughter and
no.
Jamie.
Yeah, a daughter, you're always going to.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
my daughter, I'm saving
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Like,
I don't
like-
care if it's Jesus.
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
Sorry,
No,
sorry.
yeah, yeah.
I think a harder
You'll come
one would
back in
be
3 days.
I'll see you in 3
You'll
days.
come back in 3 days.
I think a
don't worry.
harder one would be like Jamie or your mom.
No, dude.
My mom would want me to save Jamie. Probably.
Yeah. No, but Jamie and
See,
Amanda.
that's the way I look at things, though.
Like Amanda would be like, dude, like, don't worry. Like, I feel like Amanda would be like, all right, it's cool.
Yeah.
Because if it was between me and Chris, I'd be like, dude, go save your husband. Like, that's the person you're gonna live with the rest of your life. Like,
He needs a little more help in life.
Yeah,
you would
yeah.
be like,
yeah, like
he needs
it's,
you.
It's just me. Don't worry about me.
Yeah.
I'll be chilling.
Dude, I'm good. Like, me and God have the
Yeah,
greatest
like,
relationship
I can't wait
ever.
to go play fucking golf up there. It's gonna be lit up there.
Never-ending holes.
Yeah. It's like 18 holes. What's that? It's like 1,000 holes. out there.
1800.
1,800. All right, boys. I love you guys. It was fucking
Man, it was
awesome
good
today.
seeing you.
I had a
Pat.
great
I'll
time.
text you right now. I love
No,
you.
yeah.
Yeah. But I'll see you guys next week.
Oops. No, Peter.
Yeah.
Said I love you.
All
Anyways,
right, boys.
let's take a break.
Yeah.
And then we'll, like, so we have the Pat segment, and then we'll take a break. We'll come back.
Hey guys, I just wanted to remind you we got a great selection on our merch for the Middles Open. We got some t-shirts, snapback hats. Abel and I are sporting them today. We got black and white trucker hats. And we also got some koozies to keep your drinks nice and cold. You could hit us up on any of our social media sites on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Just DM us, or you could hit us up at the Middles Open 915@gmail.com.
All right, guys, we're back from our pee break. Pat is out of the studio, and you know what? Let me just say something. That first segment, damn, it was good.
Yeah.
It felt awesome just to have the little guy back in studio.
Guapito.
Guapito. Yeah, I loved it.
Yeah.
We covered a lot there.
We did.
It felt like old times, I
It
would
did.
say. Right, Peter?
Yeah. Sometimes I feel like we ramble, but then it's like good ramble.
Yeah.
It's bar talk.
yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
But yeah, Pat was in the studio. Unfortunately, he had to go back home. They let him out of the cage for a little bit. But now we're going to be talking about something interesting. And Peter really wanted to cover this one. And it is the rover that landed on Mars. Peter, what exactly did we witness earlier this week?
Well, Perseverance actually landed on Mars. And this is following China had sent a probe, right? Earlier. It had got to Mars, and I think some other countries had sent some probes to actually get to Mars. So it's just kind of adding to the hype about going to Mars. You know, like we're getting more rovers, we're getting more.
Well, it was like their 9th or 11th successful mission of like landing
yeah.
something on Mars.
So like they're perfecting it, and I don't know if you saw the videos of how it did. Like
I didn't see the video.
Look at so basically a parachute opened.
Okay.
It slowed it down as it got into the atmosphere, and then this like. I don't know what to say. A little booster thing, right? Came out and it hovered. It turned on its jets. And it landed it onto Mars.
Yeah, like
and then it
was
flew away, right? It took off again.
I'm not sure.
But anyways, so the rover landed. This rover is unique because it's like the most high-tech rover. Obviously, it's the most recent one, but it has all kinds of cameras, a lot of digging devices. It's a miniature lab basically. But what's unique about this one is I believe it has like they call it a helicopter. It's like a drone helicopter on it, so it's actually going to be able to fly around. Not the whole rover, but the drone that's on it will be able to fly around and get images, and I'm sure probably air samples. I'm not sure what it does, but it's gonna fly around. Like there's gonna be another machine flying around. See the helicopter there? It is.
Yeah,
that is insane. That it could go to peaks of mountains or plateaus, and just instantly just get information.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm amazed with the Mars missions. I'm all for us going to Mars. We had this discussion last time, and then on top of that, I saw an article that China and Russia are signing on to agree to work together to build a lunar base. Have you seen that, Anthony?
No.
So they're supposedly in talks to sign an agreement to start drawing up plans and everything for a lunar base.
Wow.
And this kind of goes to with that show that I was talking about, Away. It was on Netflix. They actually don't launch from Earth. They launch to the moon, and then from the moon, or they launch to the moon, and then from the moon, they stay there a while on this lunar base, and then they launch to Mars. It's fucking nuts, dude.
So this lunar base that they want to do is they're gonna have people there.
Yeah, well, I mean it's gonna be like a.
Like the international
space it's going to be
station?
like the new space station, but it's going to be on Mars.
That's wild.
And you know what's funny is like we're in the middle of the motions now. Like
I think we're in
like it was always talk.
I feel like we're in the beginning stages.
Yeah, we're obviously in the beginning stages. But it was always talk and theory and imagination. It was all like what it could be. And now we're actually putting it in motion. And not just that, like civilian space travel is a big thing. The space harbor that's right here, it's like less than 100 miles or about 100 miles from here.
Yeah.
The spaceport.
Yeah.
They're gonna be launching. They say this year, right? Towards the end of this year, the first civilian crew to go up in space. Like it's becoming commercial now.
Uh-huh.
And it is the beginning steps. Like, okay, 10, 15 years from now, we're going to look at this and be like, I remember 10 years ago that we used to, only billionaires could do it. Like, only millionaires had cell phones at the beginning. And for crappy, like, it's all going to change in 10, 15, 20 years.
Do you think Disneyland would put a resort on the moon?
Oh, I'm sure they would.
It'd be like, I'm going to Disneyland on the moon.
Yeah.
You win the Super Bowl. I'm going to the moon.
Yeah. And then Elon's gonna do Mars, so
yeah,
like
everybody's just gonna start
like people vacationing. I'm going to Mars this vacation.
So would you guys, if you want a ticket to the very first civilian space launch, would you go? Like
the very first
one, would you go?
No.
Like, because I think they were doing like a competition for some billionaire that was gonna get one ticket for someone.
Bro, I haven't even fucking flown in a plane.
No, but this is just to go into space. Like,
no, just to go into
station.
space. I haven't even.
It's not going to Mars or anything.
I haven't even gone into the sky, and you want me to go to space? It makes no sense to me.
You've never been in a plane.
I've never been in a plane.
Dude, I'm gonna buy you a plane ticket.
Dude, I'm telling you, the first time I was gonna go in a plane was like Aeromexico or whatever it's called to go to fucking Mexico City, and then the fucking pandemic hit. So that was a sign from God saying, like, look, motherfucker,
Don't get on the plane.
Don't get on the plane. Final destination
snakes on the
shit.
plane.
I've never been on a plane. Every vacation that I've had has been like via vehicle. You know.
So are you gonna go to Chicago?
Like,
are you gonna drive to
35-hour drive?
You're not gonna fly?
I don't know, dude.
Dude, it's cheaper to fly. Like right now, round trip's like $300.
Is it really cheap?
Yeah, it's super
It's like
cheap. No one's doing it.
I'm gonna have to stay with Brittany.
That's fine.
Southside. Do it for
Actually,
the Southside. Shout out to Salmo, man. Fucking speaking of Salmo, we've been having a lot of great performances here in the TMO studio. The Middles Open Unplug. Anthony is definitely killing it with all the performances. We have Riser coming up, and we have The Lone Gun most recently. Anthony, what can you tell us about the Middles Open Unplug and what you've been working on?
Well, there's a lot of good stuff to come, man. We've got a lot of variety of music. So anybody with whatever kind of taste you have, man, it's there for everybody. Lone Gun, he's right there, actually right above your shoulder.
Yeah, he's right there.
In the camera there if you're watching on YouTube.
He kind of looks like ODB there. That looks like the ODB picture.
Dude, we had Lone Gun in the studio. Nicest guy ever.
Dude,
don't let
nice.
that picture fool you. Nice dude. Like, seriously, so much respect for that guy. Yeah. And he's been shouting us out. Like, you really got to love the dude.
Much love.
Yeah, for sure. But like Anthony was saying, you want to check out the Middles Open Unplugged performances on the Middles Open YouTube channel. Guys, it is seriously really, really cool what we're putting together here in the studio.
Yeah, things are picking up. I mean, I've seen that people are actually commenting on stuff. They're coming out and they're interested.
And here's the thing, guys. You know you've made it big when you get your first dislike on YouTube.
Yeah.
We have a thumbs down on YouTube. I don't want to point out the video. I mean, maybe Anthony can, but we got our first thumbs down, and that just tells you something. We have some haters. Yeah. And when you have haters, it's because
you're doing something right.
Yeah, when you have haters, you're doing something right. Yeah, congratulations to that hater giving us the thumbs down.
Our first dislike.
We really appreciate that. That shows that we've made it, guys.
You think they should add, like, okay, there's a thumbs up, there's a thumbs down. Should they add like a
like a maybe?
Yeah,
like just a hand wiggling.
Hey, more input's better.
Yeah.
I don't care, man. Yeah. Hey, man, like, it's like the Facebook when they
like
started,
it's not bad, but you could,
well, like when Facebook started implementing the thumbs up, the smiley face, the laugh,
anger,
or all anger and all that shit.
Remember, like, pokes used to be a thing.
Oh yeah,
you poke somebody.
You used to get poked, like,
yeah.
He talked to me.
Yeah, but you know what? That's the best thing about the Unplugged is that, like, there's music for everybody. We've got mariachis, we've got rappers, we've got rock. I mean, we're looking for country.
Country,
yeah.
So
country.
I actually,
that is what we're shooting for. If you know somebody that sings that,
I mean, we're in Texas, goddammit.
Baby.
Oh, there's this guy. I think
bring him on the show.
I think his name's Blake Shelton.
Blake Shelton.
Oh, yeah, that guy.
I think we could call him.
Yeah,
Blake Shelton.
Yeah, we'll call him in.
Or Jake Melton.
Garth Brooks, man.
Darth Brooks.
Yeah,
we'll get the brother on.
Yeah,
or the cousin.
What was his alias? Chris something?
Chris Angel?
No, not Chris.
Mind freak!
No, Garth Brooks. Yeah, it was Chris something.
Barth Crooks.
Barth Crooks. Barth Crooks. No, but yeah, definitely. We've been working on some stuff here in the studio. We know we haven't been keeping up with the podcast, not because we're being lazy, people. So don't think we're being lazy.
Chris Gaines.
Oh, I was close. I got half of it right.
Yeah, pretty close. Maybe.
Yeah,
like
you get half credit for that.
He took off his cowboy hat and put a fucking black mop on his head.
Hey, he looks like the guy from.
And he's got a soul
My Chemical. Yeah,
he's
My
got a
Chemical
soul patch.
Romance.
Yeah.
He does have a soul.
Who's your favorite emo band?
AFI.
AFI
was.
Yeah,
that's my favorite.
Real.
That's my favorite band.
Really?
AFI.
Not my favorite band, but
favorite band is
emo.
AFI.
And that's because, like, I don't know, I have a connection to it. Like, just way back when I was all into it.
Who, AFI?
Yeah, AFI. Remember?
Yeah. No, yeah. You're the one that got me into AFI.
Favorite band's Bad Religion.
Sinister Rouge.
Dude, 3 Days Grace. I used to like listen to all the time.
Yeah,
but I don't
like
know if they're
3 Days
emo.
Grace.
They're more
I seen
alternative.
3 Days Grace in concert.
Yeah. You really?
Yeah.
Was it cool?
Yeah.
Were they cool? Or were they douches?
I didn't really meet them.
Okay,
It was more
good.
like a.
I'd
See,
like to
that-
think they're nice.
That's what sucks when you like meet bands. I think I've talked about this
Yeah.
before. Like you meet bands and you like a song or two, or you like a lot of them, and they're assholes. Like not all of them, but
Dude,
like,
I'm
some.
telling you,
And you're
Pat's
like,
gonna watch the
"Fuck."
Tiger documentary, and he has Tiger up here, and he's gonna bring him down here.
Maybe you
Well,
shouldn't watch
it's
it.
kind of like if Pat met
Woods.
Tiger
Yeah,
and he was hanging out with him
big time.
like for a day, and they're like, they go eat, and he's like Tiger's like, hey bitch, hurry up, like starts cussing at everyone, and
I don't
and
eat
Pat's like, he's a
enchiladas. You think I'm
dick.
Mexican?
Yeah.
do I look Mexican?
Yeah.
Do I wear a sombrero?
So favorite emo band, AFI for Peter. What do you say?
I don't. Is 3 Days Grace a freaking emo?
That's
band?
No, that's
emo.
not emo.
No, that's like rock.
yeah.
I would have to say AFI then too, because I mean I listen to them all the time. So
AFI, My Chemical
can't think of any
Romance,
other-
Dude, okay. I mean, AFI is my favorite band, but emo, I'm gonna say like My Chemical
My
Romance.
Chemical Romance is there.
Dude, I've always liked My Chemical Romance. I don't know what it is. God, I was watching
Fall
the.
Out Boy.
Fall Out Boy.
I like Fall Out Boy too. That was one of the things that pissed
Paramore's
me
pretty-
off, man.
She can sing.
Dude, that shit pissed me off.
I never liked Paramore.
Really?
No.
Oh, Paramore?
Or Evanescence.
Nah.
I don't
no
like
way.
hate
Evan-
Evanescence.
or
Green
you guys,
Day? Green Day's emo?
Do you guys?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, fuck
Oh,
yeah.
then it had
Green
to be
Day's
Green Day,
See,
dude. I
Green,
played
Day,
emo.
Green Day
I
was
played
emo,
Green Day all the time.
But they were like
Early
early
emo?
punk. Did you
Yeah.
ever hear early Green Day? Like early,
Yeah,
early
yeah.
That's
They were-
we like
No,
in
no,
my
like-
band. That's all we played was freaking
Dude.
Green Day songs.
Yeah, they
Blink
are
182.
121.
emo. I don't know.
Texas is the reason. I never even heard of them.
What you put? Emo
Emo
bands.
bands.
I
Some
missed
of
that
those I
time.
don't think they're emo.
I know. I was like Blink 182.
I
That's
no.
not emo.
Yeah, come on, guys. You just that's what pisses me off. Like
Weezer. Like, dude, those are the
Weezer's
bands we
not
covered all the
emo.
time.
for
Green Day, I could see emo.
yeah,
Is it the
Yeah.
mascara? Is
Yeah,
that
it's
what
the
defines
mascara.
it?
mascara, black hair.
Mascara and pale white.
Yeah, mascara, black
All
hair,
black tight jeans.
Yeah, black jeans,
some red around the eye,
Like studded belts.
some
and
blush.
spikes and
belts,
stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
I don't know, man. That was
Yeah,
a cool
AFI
era.
I think would
It was a
probably
cool
be-
era. Did you see that thing on Barstool? How they were saying, is it Gen X or Gen Z? Which one is which? Which is the younger group?
I think Z's the
I
Gen
think
Z.
it's Gen Z.
Gen Z's the younger one.
the youngest.
Okay, so it was like he's like talking about a line has been drawn between millennials and Gen Z. Like everything that we thought was cool is now outdated. And it's true.
It
I
says
mean-
Gen Z is the newest generation born between 1997 and 2012 to 15.
So
I
what's after Gen Z? Is
I
it
don't know. They're currently between.
Apocalypse.
Gen AA? Like all drunks?
Gen AA. A1.
A square.
A square.
Do you guys ever feel, because you guys have kids, do you ever feel that you're going to be that dorky older, like that
Oh,
dorky
yeah.
dad?
Ah, that's
I'm
just,
already that dorky.
that's just
yeah.
evolution.
Like,
man.
do your kids look at you like dorky?
No. My kids say this like all the time. They're always like, Dad, you're so crazy, but you're fun. And I'm
But do
like,
they think you're like not cool?
No, I think
Are
they
you
think
hip
I'm
with
cool.
the times?
But they
like you're
think
saying lit. And
I think they
Are
think
you
I'm
out-
cool,
are
but
you
they think that
outdated?
I'm like
an old cool.
no, that I'm like how do I want to say it? They always say like, Dad, you're just so fun and crazy, but then you're like I don't want to say unreliable because that's not. I think it's just when things need to be serious, they won't come to me.
Oh.
Like I think they'd go to Yvonne first. Obviously, they'd go to
Yeah.
their mom too, first,
Hmm.
and then. But it was awesome because Jacob, who was on the show
Yeah.
Yeah.
GameStop.
for GameStop, yeah,
GameStop.
Episode 20.
GameStop.
GameStop.
That's
He and this just proves like when your kid's smarter than you. Like I've always said that, right? I've always said Jacob's smarter than me. He's like an 85-year-old man.
He is smart.
But he got into the early college.
That's awesome.
And so basically when he graduates from high school, he'll graduate with an associate's degree. And he wants to go, he's always said he wants to go to like New York or the East Coast for school. And one thing about Jacob, when he was like in 2nd grade, 3rd grade, he was always talking about, I want to go to early college. I want to go to. So then he's going to college or to high school next year.
Damn.
I know. And he's going to be at the early college. So he's one of those guys, like he puts his mind to something. And so is Jonah. Jonah said, I want to win the Eagle Award, which is like the best student in the school. And he didn't get it one year and he was pissed. Like he wasn't like, oh, well, like he was, I'm going to get it next year. I won't miss school. I won't do this, that.
He's like, I'm gonna kill Pablo. Fuck that kid.
No, like he got the
nice.
He got the award. So both my kids are very much they're go getters.
That's all.
And
you
that's
can
why
ask
that's
for.
why when we're talking about like children and all, I was like, I kind of let them be like I got good kids.
Yeah. You lucked out.
Yeah, I did luck out. But it's also like, okay, what kind of mischief are they gonna get into?
It had nothing to do with your hard work. You just lucked out.
No.
I
let them learn.
Gen Z are Zoomers.
Zoomers.
Oh, Generation Alpha.
I told you.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so lame, dude.
They're gonna think they're the best.
I know. We're alphas. You guys are betas.
You know what? I think, and I have this strong argument that millennials are the best generation because we had no technology and then we went and thrived through technology.
We're the in-betweeners. We're like
we're the
vinyl records, cassette tape, and fucking iPod. Or
we had the Walkman.
We had everything.
Yeah. Before computers, bitch.
No, we've experienced life before technology, and then we have technology, and
we thrive in it.
Yeah,
still. Yeah. So like we literally know,
like we're in the middle
a lot more than any other generation.
We're in the middle. The middle's open, guys.
I like it. The official. The middle's open. Millennials.
Yeah, but
we should
the show for millennials.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and Zoomers too.
The millennials open.
Zoomers.
The millennials open, guys.
The Millennium Falcon.
Well, Generation Alpha is gonna be like the generation on Mars. Like party on Mars, man.
Yeah.
Hey, Billy's having a party on Mars. Are you gonna go? Fuck no. I'm going to the moon tonight. The moon. There's gonna be a bunch of hookers and shit. With blow.
Moon hookers.
Moon hookers. No.
Oh my god.
But I was
the first strip club on Mars.
All right.
TMO.
So there was something that was happening here in Texas.
Elon
Musk was happening. No, there was something happening here in Texas. It was Texas was freezing, guys.
Dude, that was nuts. I saw a thing. I think it was every county in Texas got snow.
Yeah, like, for the first time ever, every single county, like Beto O'Rourke went to 254 counties. All those motherfucking counties were frozen, dude. Frozen fucking solid. Texas, congratulations. You did something.
Yeah.
You know what? Valentine's Day, you know how it was like ice and snow?
Hey, it was a get out of jail free card for a lot of guys. Because it's like, hey, babe, where are you taking me? Or it's like, we can't go anywhere.
Yeah,
everything's frozen. You save a little.
I planned smart.
I went
out
cash.
on Friday.
Peter's like, I planned smart. I fucking prayed for 4 hours praying that it would just freeze.
No, I went out on Friday.
Oh.
You know what's so funny is like, so Mikey, this is like, he's the first time he's been, for those of you who don't know, my brother, this is the first time he's been in El Paso during a freeze. And we were driving around and he was like, why the fuck do they have blankets over all the plants? And I'm like, because they can't stand the cold. He's like, even the plants, they're cold. Tienen frío. The plants, you got to cover them up, man.
Yeah,
he was like,
man.
what the fuck? He was so like, never seen that before.
Was amazed.
Yeah, it was like, I never thought of it from an outsider because it's just normal for us, but it's just like, wow, that is kind of funny. Like every plant has a blanket on it.
People don't put blankets over their pipes, or they don't like they don't insulate their pipes, but they're putting blankets over the weed hen and over their flowers.
Well, here's the thing that
aloe vera plants.
Here's the thing that trips me out. It seems like El Paso did learn from that freeze that we had back in like 2011. Remember, like
we got off the grid.
a lot of pipes broke. A lot of people, the fucking little energy plant here, whatever it's called, it fucking froze, and then we had rolling blackouts and stuff. Give me another beer, Peter.
Me too.
But rolling blackouts.
Give me another Nesquik there.
All kinds of havoc when El Paso, I think it reached up to like -4 or some shit like that.
Yeah.
But it was freezing
with the wind chill. Yeah.
Yeah, it was freezing fucking cold here, like Arctic freeze, right?
Yep.
But it seems like El Paso learned from that. Yet the rest of Texas, for whatever reason, I don't know what the fuck happened. I've listened to different sides of like how people were saying that, well, it's because Texas is kind of like an island. They don't follow certain federal.
There's no regulation.
Yeah,
there's no federal regulation.
Yeah, so there were
cut corners.
It turns out there were like parts that have been like 70 years old because nobody has had to, update the system.
Right.
So it's like one of those, like there's the West Coast system, there's the East Coast system, and then there's fucking Texas that says, no, we're Texas. We want our like freedoms. We want our fucking.
The Republic of Texas.
Yeah. Like, and now it's kind of like biting them in the ass a little bit,
What would happen if Texas ever seceded?
Yeah, you hear that shit all the time whenever something.
We wouldn't stand.
But wouldn't that be weird though? Like we'd be the.
First of all, we have the dumbest fucking governors ever. Like,
I know,
it doesn't
I'm just playing.
Let's go down the fucking line. Greg Abbott, fucking idiot. Rick Perry, fucking idiot. And then our worst president ever, George W. Bush, was a fucking governor, fucking idiot. Like the three stooges, the last 3 fucking governorships or whatever they're called. Texas would fucking like.
Well, everybody likes to claim that Texas would stand on its own 2 feet, and this is proving that we can't.
Well, yeah. It's kind of a black eye for Texas.
Yeah. I mean, it's one of those states that has, like, the most pride of the 50 states.
Fuck yeah, dude.
They're always like, Texas, yeah, fucking
dude, that's
Texas.
me, man.
Like,
I'm proud to be Texas.
I know,
Texas,
but,
so cool.
okay, you say you're proud to be Texas, but literally.
We're like the redheaded stepchild.
Yeah, like, even the grid cut us out. Like, the Texas grid goes with the Texas boundary.
Yeah.
Except for West Texas or El Paso County, basically.
Yeah.
We're the only ones cut out of it.
It was
and
like
that's why this
Van Horn.
freeze didn't kill us.
Yeah.
Like, it didn't.
Well, I don't even think it really would, because we got snow for like 1 day and it was gone.
Yeah, but that one day, that last time.
But like those guys got pounded with like 4 inches.
Yeah. I mean,
I
think we
agree.
got 3-4 inches.
I think it was 3 inches. Yeah.
But we saw some of the difficulties that were even in New Mexico as well, It just so happens, like, again, I think El Paso learned from its mistakes in the past. And like Peter was saying, like the grid, we kind of got cut out of it. And we're kind of here, like, there's been a bunch of memes of us, like, here in El Paso looking down on the little peasants, like, oh, yeah, motherfuckers. Like, we're always that redheaded stepchild, but it's like, El Paso is the only fucking county that didn't fucking suffer, And
you know what's funny, though? For the most part, I didn't see a lot of El Pasoans saying, oh, yeah, fuck you, Texas. I saw a lot of El Pasoans kind of like, oh, man, how can we help? Like, we're still trying to be generous for the rest of Texas.
Yeah.
I saw a lot of that. I mean, you see a little bit of both, but I did see a lot of posts like, hey, I'm going to be driving up to go see my family, or driving down to Austin. I'm taking a truck full of blankets and whatever the hell waters, because there's no water. Anybody want to contribute to this? Like, there were caravans to go down there, driving through the ice to go give water.
And here's the other thing. Like, when El Paso suffered what it suffered with the August 3rd shooting, right? That was like one of the toughest times that this city has had to endure. There weren't like a lot of Texans that were like reaching out to El Paso saying like, man, this is a fucking national tragedy.
You think so?
I'm being serious. Where did they go? They were like fucking Plano, Texas, and they were trying to say like, no, this isn't what Plano's about. Like, if they were going to get some kind of hate, And it was like, dude, El Paso's the one that's dealing with the tragedy. You know what I'm saying? It came to even like a high school football game being canceled, and people thought it was acceptable that high school football game was canceled. Like, they were saying like, no,
for
guys,
the safety of
Plano isn't what people are perceiving it to be. It's not a racist place. It was like, dude, nobody gives a shit. Like, what the fuck? What do you mean Plano? It's like, dude, El Paso's the one that suffered this, Nobody's blaming Plano. but yet they were trying to make Plano, Texas,
victim.
the victim. And it's like, they didn't suffer anything.
Mm.
Do you
I don't
understand
know.
what I'm saying?
I think there was a lot of support. Like even the Cowboys. Like I mean, there was a lot of national stuff about El Paso.
But why did Jerry Jones step in? Why did Jerry Jones step in?
I know. I from what the interview I saw, he was just sending his condolences for El Paso.
Yeah.
I don't even think he mentioned Plano.
No. But what I'm saying is, they canceled a game. Plano canceled a game, and there were a lot of Texans that were saying like, "Man, why they like if Plano was gonna get hate mail for this guy's."
He's saying that
actions.
Jerry Jones stepped in because he was actually being the better person. He stepped in because he gave them a facility because Plano canceled the game, and it was to cover their ass to make it look like. And so Jerry Jones stepped in and said, "Hey, you guys could use our facility," you know, like.
Well, I think for me it's a different perspective because I moved to a different state and I never associated with that state. I was proud living in that state saying I'm from Texas. Like,
I mean, don't get me wrong.
that's the first thing everybody say. Like,
I still like that I'm from Texas.
Yeah.
Opposed to New Mexico. Nothing against New Mexico and all, but I claim Texas more than anything. But sometimes I step back and I'm like, what has Texas done for El Paso?
Yeah.
Truly. Because most of the legislation that's been passed and everything goes for every other county.
Well, it's because like Abel was saying, El Paso's more of a conservative. We're different than the rest of Texas.
Yeah.
But I don't think like Texas thinks we're. Do you think that Texas thinks we're the redheaded stepchild?
Yeah, fuck yeah.
So.
I think so.
Yeah, dude. Of course they do. Of course they do.
No offense to redheaded stepchildren.
I don't know. I don't know. I've never received hate for being from El Paso from other Texans.
You get there's a snootiness to the rest of Texas.
Yeah.
Because like I've met some like East Texas Cowboys, like.
Yeah.
And they're.
I mean, I've met good people all around.
Yeah.
So
there's always gonna be good people everywhere.
I guess this is my experience. I've never had anybody hate El Paso. Like, oh, you're from El Paso, you fucking.
Because like even in the sports landscape, like here's one, like when you talk about Texas high school football, a sport that Peter and I have covered. You've always looked at the Dallas-Fort Worth area, Houston, San Antonio, the bigger states, even Lubbock as well, Odessa, and then Midland. You look at those, those areas as being football prestige.
Right.
And then when it comes to El Paso, nobody's ever looked at El Paso as anything. They've always been like, it's just El Paso. Yeah, El Paso is one of the bigger counties here in Texas, And it's always been seen very like, it's just El Paso. So like when the day we had Dave Slocum in studio and all the pride that Dave Slocum had for Canutillo, it was really amazing and a very prestigious story that they have that people yet don't realize how great that accomplishment was to make it to the Texas State Final Four in football. Because they've always been seen as, that place, far West Texas. Because when they say West Texas, where's the cutoff? Odessa. West Texas isn't El Paso. They say West Texas is Odessa. You understand what I'm saying? When you start hearing broadcast from other parts of Texas, they say West Texas, Odessa Permian. You know what I'm saying? Odessa, Texas.
Well, I think because Odessa is part of the West or the East or West of Texas.
Not necessarily.
Well, that's where our cutoff is for like where our territory is.
It's
we cover southeast New Mexico and West Texas, which it cuts off to Odessa. That's where as far as we go.
Yeah, but it's just one of those like even in when Bowie won the state championship like for baseball, when Socorro won their state championship for baseball, it was something that El Paso was never seen as, a contender. Yet we have so much talent here. It's just one of those counties. We're a big county, dude. We have a lot of people that live in this area, but we're never seen as, a part of Texas. At least that's the way I feel. Yeah. And I've been here all my life,
Yeah, get out more.
Nah.
You got some haters over there.
No, but when you go to Austin or Dallas or Houston, there's a big community of El Pasoans
Yeah, I was gonna say.
native. But then it's like they were the ones that leave, and they kind of hold a grudge against El Paso. Like, I'll never go back to El Paso.
I got out.
Like,
They're not proud to be from El Paso. They're like
they're proud in the sense like, I'm from El Paso, but I will never go back.
But then
and
they
live in
always
El
shed on
Paso.
the people from El Paso. They're saying like,
Oh,
it's
they don't
'cause
know anything.
you haven't experienced it because it's such a small town mentality. Come to the big city of
They
fucking Dallas. Come to the big city of Houston.
I
Then
can see
you'll
that.
know
People
what.
are assholes. So.
And it's like, bitch, like
it's a snootiness.
like,
They,
calm
like
down.
now,
Yeah,
I'm
but
part,
that's everywhere.
I'm part
I
of
mean-
the snootiness now.
yeah.
But you left to a big ass city, and do you ever say,
Hell no, that
"Oh,
city
Paso"?
sucks.
But you get what I'm saying. Still, I've been to.
I
parts of-
couldn't wait till the day I came back home.
Yeah.
That was just me though. Like I hated that big city. It's a shithole now.
that is
Yeah.
pretty bad.
But then like even up there, like I would meet people that were living there and that were from El Paso and was like, oh, you're from El Paso too? Like, oh fuck, like you start talking about all Chico's tacos and all kinds of shit
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
But like, I guess I've never experienced that nudiness myself. So
I have.
sports is different though. I'm sure sports is because it's competitive as it is. You know what I mean? So you're always gonna hold your enemies or whatever below you. You know what I mean?
I follow the Diamondbacks. They're closer than any baseball
Right.
team.
That's true. It's what, 6 hours away?
6 hours away, and the nearest one here is 9.
No. How about dude?
9:10 to Dallas.
Dude, Dallas is 10 hours away.
Yeah,
man.
10
hours.
hours.
That's a long ass drive.
Yeah.
But
I've literally flown to go catch a Diamondback game. Like one day, I woke up, got breakfast, got on a plane, flew to Arizona, saw a baseball game, got drunk, came back on a plane, and went home.
dude,
All in the same 8 hours.
look at that. They cut us out right there. Look, what the fuck is that?
What is that?
What is that?
This
map?
is the area
Yeah, the
for fan
Diamondbacks.
area
Yeah, Diamondbacks.
for
see?
that baseball team.
Oh, okay.
So Odessa, it's like where it cuts off to
I'm telling
the Rangers.
you, for every fucking map, they
Look
cut out
at
El Paso.
different maps. Look
Every-
at energy map, and it will show the
No,
exact
yeah,
same thing.
I mean, because
All right, so Anthony, okay. Well, you work in that industry, right? You work in that whole power industry. Well, you work on machinery
Yeah,
and stuff, but
kind of.
You're aware of that.
side by next to that
Okay,
industry.
so what do you think of the whole situation that's going on with Texas? Do you think that it is a state issue of why Texas doesn't have power, why they've had to endure this fucking winter storm far worse than any other state in the United States?
All I can say is money's corrupt. And so people are going to take shortcuts. They're going to say, well, when has Texas ever experienced anything like that? So, of course, they're going to skip out on some of the protocols or some of the, upgrades that some of the other, because that's just the way it is. But,
Yeah.
I think you could have this problem with any state.
Because in the past few
It's regulation. It's all.
Because in the past few years, Texas has experienced a few natural disasters now where it's like we are on an island. You know, we had that hurricane that passed through the state of Texas. What was the hurricane called? Hurricane fucking J.J. Watt, where he had to come and save the day. Honestly, if it wasn't for J.J. Watt, a lot of shit wouldn't have happened, you know? But that hurricane that fucking zipped through, what was the hurricane called? God damn it, I can't even fucking think of the hurricane right now.
Matt?
Houston Hurricane. What the fuck was he? Just put Houston Hurricane.
I did. It came up a bunch.
There it is. Arthur.
No.
Richard.
Fucking the hurricane that fucking wiped out Houston, basically. But
What
Dude.
year was that? Was that last year?
no, it was
No, it
like
was a
3
couple
years ago.
ago.
But what I'm trying to say is Texas has
It's one for every year.
Texas
Is that
has
okay?
had to deal with a bunch of natural disasters.
Harvey.
Hurricane Harvey. God
Yeah.
damn, fuck.
Harvey Dent.
Fucking Harvey Dent, bastard. But anyways, Hurricane Harvey fucking came and destroyed Houston, like the state of Texas, they suffered. And what has Texas done to like not prevent it, because you can't prevent natural disasters, but what have they done to kind of like, fucking, if another natural disaster is to happen, how have we prepared from it? Because here in El Paso, again,
stop living there.
Again, here in El Paso, we had that storm 2006 when we had the floods and stuff. And then El Paso was like, dude, we need to figure out a way if we have another flood, like how the fuck we're going to deal with it. And you saw like a lot of construction. Exactly. Then you had the freeze, and it's like, oh, fuck, we weren't prepared for that. We know that we're not going to get floods all the time here in El Paso. We know that we're not going to get fucking freezes all the time here in El Paso. But, again, we learn from our mistakes. We set up some things to help us get through those once in a, decade storms, And Texas, on the other hand, like you said, they're cutting corners, and then this shit happens, and then it's like they're trying to wash their hands with it. They start talking about like, well, that's why you don't go with relying on natural gas, or that's why they're like searching for where they can go, and like, oh,
they're searching for the blame.
Exactly. Yeah. They're looking for that scapegoat, you know? But like Ted Cruz, for example, I mean, he's found his scapegoat in his daughters. Like how big of a scumbag do you have to be when you're like, you fucking leave the state of Texas when, like, in a time of need. Granted, Ted Cruz, there's very little that he can do. I was going to say,
what can he do?
No, but there's very little that he can do, but it's a fucking bad look, dude. You know what I'm saying? It's a bad look. You're a politician. Get on the fucking phones. Start making some fucking deals. I don't know what the fuck you can do, but you're a fucking senator.
Get in your truck and bring water.
Yeah, you're a fucking senator. Get on the phone. Start talking to other politicians. Politicians, like we said, they're always fucking doing their thing. He could do something to bring something to help relieve a few people, like a few thousand people. And what did he do? He got on the fucking, let's go to Cancun, motherfuckers. And then when he got caught in the act, what did he do? Oh shit, let me backtrack and blame it on my daughters. Like, goddamn, bro. Like, really? Like, you're that kind of person?
Well, I like how he said that, well, my daughter's school got canceled, so we decided to go to Cancun. Because they got canceled because there's a state of emergency, It's like, what? We're out of here. And then someone that's so against immigration, who says, well, when something's going bad in your country, you need to fix it there. And yet he leaves. Like, come on. That contradicts everything you've said. But we've known he's a weasel. We've known that he, somebody talks bad about his wife.
Dude,
and
he's a politician,
okay, I'll be
They're
your
all
friend.
Weasels.
Yeah,
dude,
but
they all look out
if anyone talks bad about your wife, you're going to be okay with that?
Yeah, dude. The day I talk bad about Amber, you're going to beat the fuck out of me, dude. You're going to
Yeah, but I'm just saying, we hold certain ones to a certain standard, but it's like they're all the same, dude. It's all a game. Yeah, but it's all a game. It's all
some of them show
some of them are bad at it.
We're supposed to just say it's all a game.
No, but I'm just saying, they're all politicians, dude.
That's why
I don't like politicians in general. Any of them.
That's why
Democratic, Republican.
That's why Trump, the biggest liar ever, called him Lying Ted. You're a big liar when Trump calls you Lying Ted.
Yeah.
I just thought it was. I mean, it's funny. It's comical in the sense that he tries to defend.
Oh yeah.
His
even celebrities do the same kind of shit. Yeah, something happens and then they're all like, "Oh, well, they."
Yeah, but celebrities don't write up laws.
Yeah,
yes, they influence people.
You never look at a celebrity. Yes, they do have that platform, but you never look at a celebrity to help you out. Like politicians, you do look at politicians to kind of they're voted by the people.
I still think they don't help us; they help themselves.
Who, politicians?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
That's what I'm saying. So, of course, they're going to do this.
Yeah, but
they don't care about us.
That's what we're saying. The look that he's giving is because, you know what?
But just because it's the norm, should we let it go?
Yeah, we should hold them to a higher standard. And here's another
that's
thing.
What I'm saying.
Here's another thing. There are a lot of other politicians that aren't even from this state, dude. and this is an embarrassing thing. There's a lot of politicians that aren't from this state, Democrat and Republican, that were working to try and help those people without power.
Yeah.
You know,
They're not their constituents.
Yeah.
They're still
Yeah.
helping.
they were fucking trying to help Texas. Other politicians from all over the United States were, what can they do? Like, get on the phone, start making some fucking deals, start fucking, like, get some shit done over here. And they were doing that. Where did our fucking Texas senator go? Our junior senator? Oh, I'm going to go to Cancun, get my hair braided and shit like that.
My hair braided.
You know, like, I know it was a meme and stuff, but
The memes are funny.
I know.
It
There
was-
some funny ones.
Where it's like when the tough get, when the, what does it say? When the tough gets going,
Yeah.
and we get going to Cancun or
Yeah,
something,
or something like that.
no, the one I thought was funny, I think Ray Ariola posted it. It was if Ted Cruz was on the Titanic, and then it's that scene.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah. That one was
I
funny.
have a kid.
I
is
saw
funny.
one that I think I sent it to you guys where it's like Ted Cruz went to Cancun to lasso the sun and bring it back to Texas.
That's funny.
Like there are some good ones, man. I mean, it's comical, but there are people that did lose their lives. There are people that lost a lot.
And here's the thing, dude.
I just don't get.
Although
if
I
I
did-
lived in Houston and I knew there was hurricanes every fucking year, I would fucking move from Houston.
Yeah, but not every.
But not if your
but-
job's paying
yeah.
you fucking. Because let's be
You just
honest,
find
the
another
wages
job
in El
somewhere
Paso
else.
sucks
Yeah.
ass. The cost of living, your job's gonna base on cost of living
Yeah,
of
but-
the area.
But
Not everybody
how
wants
much?
to move to Midland.
But how much are you saving if you have to rebuild your fucking house every year?
No,
Like,
no,
That's
no.
why you
but-
got insurance.
Yeah.
but that's
But-
what, like
but-
I just. It's like
I mean, I get what you're saying. I
and just
really
for
do.
me, logically, I'd be like, "Fuck this place."
That's
I'm
why
leaving.
I live in El Paso.
Yeah, like that's.
I like El Paso.
I just-
we get a fucking 1 day freeze over, and
Yeah.
then we're like, okay, we're good, guys. We're out of the eye of the storm. You know,
It's just like those people that live in like Tornado Valley. It's like their house gets ripped up every year, and it's like, well, we gotta rebuild.
that's why
Yeah,
global.
But it's like, dude, you live in the like it's literally named that.
global
But it kinda
warming
go-
doesn't bug me because
kinda
if sea levels
It kind of
rise-
goes what you were saying though, like when we were talking about people that are losing their jobs because they work in the oil fields and stuff like that. That's all they know. And there's a lot of people that grew up in
Yeah,
the
but-
Houston area. That's all they know.
All I
It's
can
not
say
like
is
they're gonna
any
say,
industry.
"Oh, we got hit by Hurricane Harvey," and then all of a sudden it's like, "Damn, dude, this shit could happen in our area." Well, I better go move to another city I know nothing about,
Yeah,
or
but
I
any-
don't have any kind of job security and stuff like that. So it's like these are people that kind of grew up there. That's what they know. That's where they feel most.
Well, that's a
comfortable
personal
with.
decision, I think, but I don't think it has to do with the career because any job
Well,
that
that's
you're
a personal decision
any
on you
job-
make on a career too.
any
no,
job-
but there's big
hold on.
careers there.
any job that you're working in Texas, there is the same equivalent in Oklahoma, in New
No,
Mexico.
because
in-
most
name one that's only in Texas.
corporate offices are in big cities. They're not in rural or smaller.
Yeah,
towns.
but you're working warehouse for a big company.
No,
There's
but
another
you're
warehouse somewhere
talking
else.
About warehouse workers.
I'm just saying
talking
any
about, like,
industry, even the gas
and I'm
industry.
talking
There's some
about
in Montana.
A warehouse worker in Houston probably makes as much as a goddamn fucking
Yeah,
accountant in El
probably
Paso.
the same in Florida. Like I'm just
Yeah.
saying, there's other states that you can bring the same. It's not like you're only tied to. Because I chose to work for PGE, I have to work at PGE. It's like, no, there's fucking electric companies anywhere. Like, I mean, I'm just saying, like, for mine, like, I work on heavy equipment. There's heavy equipment in China. There's heavy equipment in Spain. Like, I could go wherever. Like,
But-
it's not like you're physically have to stay
But
where
you
you're
don't
at.
speak Chinese.
You
look
learn.
Chinese.
You learn.
Ah,
You
but
look Chinese.
Come on,
You learn. You
But
change.
Anthony,
You evolve.
you're talking about a different human being. There's a lot of people, like I said.
Anthony, how long will it take you to learn Chinese?
It doesn't take me that long.
You're talking about a different human being. You're
Xi
talking
Xiaoming.
about Anthony Espelin that's able to
I know
adapt
some.
in other
Xiaomi.
under
I know
other
some.
places than their home, you know?
Fried
and
rice.
not everyone's built like that,
I
dude.
know, but I'm just
Not
saying,
everyone's
like,
built like
I don't care if I don't know. I guess it's just different
I
people.
don't care. I quit.
My thing is like I don't give a fuck. Like even if like this house, like it's like I grew up in this house, but if it was in the middle of a fucking volcano and I knew that thing was gonna blow, I'm getting the fuck out of here, bro. I don't like. It's almost like you're setting up yourself for failure every time.
You
It's
know,
just like
that-
why not?
But that's
Move.
funny. That's funny that you say that because there's a lot of people in Mexico or there's a lot of people in Central America that are having a hell of a time right now, and they said, you know what, I'm gonna try to go to the United States, and then when they try to
well, you don't
go
have
to
to come to the United States. You could go somewhere else.
Well,
I mean, I'm
countries,
just saying.
their countries are as small as our county.
their countries the
I'm just
size
saying,
of
there's
fucking El Paso
opportunity.
County.
In the year 2021, you can grab a flight and go anywhere in the world.
Exactly. So
don't be afraid to not.
Okay, so these people aren't being afraid. They're traveling, out of Central America, trying to make a better life in the United States of America, and then it's like, well, fuck. So, what are you trying to say there?
I'm just saying you can go anywhere.
Well, some people don't have that option.
I understand. That's very limited, right? There's only a handful of people that can't do that. But I'm saying
Really?
for the people that live in
No,
Houston.
it's not a handful. There's billions of
the people that live in
do
Houston, you can grab a bus.
But
How much is a bus ticket?
But when you're living paycheck to paycheck, you cannot.
You sell what you have and you move. I mean, this whole United States was built on immigrants leaving with nothing on their back to leave to go to a better opportunity. I'm just saying.
Sounds like Central Americans trying to come in the United States.
Well,
right?
they are coming, right? They're letting them through.
They're not letting them through.
I thought they just said on the news there was 2,000 that were going to be let through this week.
They're not letting them through. If that was the case, there wouldn't have been a story this past week of a fucking couple almost freezing to death in the desert, the middle of the New Mexico desert, and they had to be saved by a Border Patrol agent that went and picked them up. Did you guys hear about that story?
No.
This Border Patrol agent, so the 911 call was made by this migrant couple that was trying to make their way to the United States, right? And they got lost in the desert. The guy was able to make a 911 call. Border Patrol actually had to go out there and rescue the couple. And they obviously went to the hospital and everything.
And then
so
they
if
got
they
deported.
but so if they're letting them through, this migrant couple would have never tried to make the destination through the desert, in freezing cold temperature. Sounds like they're letting them through, right?
I think that was it says right here, the asylum seekers waiting in Mexico to be released in El Paso next week.
But those are asylum seekers.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but I mean, they probably weren't seeking asylum if they were going through the desert.
Do you know
because
the
asylum
wait, hold on. Hold on. Do you know the situation of what the asylum seekers, what was happening with asylum seekers? So
yeah,
you were able to walk up the bridge and then claim an asylum, but under the Trump administration, they said that was a no-go anymore. So these people that were once able to go up and claim asylum were now not able to do so.
Yeah.
So
that was before.
So now
it's changed now.
Now they're like, oh fuck, like we can no longer claim asylum. How do we get to a better place, right? So some of these people had to make their destination. They paid thousands of dollars or whatever amount of money hiring a coyote to try and get
that's the risk you take.
No, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, again, when we were talking about like people trying to make we were talking about Houston, and I know we kind of like
I mean Houston is different. Like I'm saying, if you're in Houston, you can get a bus ticket and go somewhere else. That's the point I'm trying to make. Asylum seekers, that's a whole different argument.
Yeah, but that's. I know we went a little extreme, but what I'm saying is there's a lot of, like, we're talking about natural disasters. You don't want to live in an area that is potentially dangerous, right? But not everybody has that opportunity. Not everybody has that opportunity to leave home. Right?
I disagree with that.
Everyone has an opportunity to leave home?
Dude, a bus ticket is $70. Everybody has an iPhone. Like, you could sell the iPhone and buy a bus ticket for your whole family.
Dude, not everybody has an opportunity to leave. Not everybody. Dude, you saw, like, me firsthand. For 10 fucking months, I couldn't find a fucking job, dude. For 10 fucking months. This is someone that has a college degree. For 10 months, I couldn't find a job in my own city. So now you're telling me to go to another city? Everybody has a bus ticket, right? Yeah. Bus ticket's only $70.
You don't think they were hiring somewhere else?
You're telling me, yeah, but maybe it's not a destination that I want to be, right?
Then that's a personal choice.
Exactly, but that's what I'm saying.
You could go.
Okay, but hold on.
Right?
You were talking about, like, people could go to other places, right? They could go to a much safer place. That's what you're saying. But in that safer place, are they hiring?
I would. Okay, this is the argument that I'm like. So the opportunity you have is only in Houston. There's no other place in the entire world that you can go. I'm saying there's the same opportunity anywhere. I'm just coming from, look, I came here to El Paso. I didn't have a job either. I was going to be a janitor where I worked. I learned, I busted my ass, I studied, and I built something. I'm just saying everybody has that same opportunity. Now, whether you want to or don't want to, that's a different choice. That's a personal choice, right? But I think everybody has the same opportunity.
I don't think so, man. No.
Unemployment? Like, I mean...
Not everybody qualifies for unemployment.
Not every single person. I understand that.
Not everyone.
That's a generalization. I'm just saying the majority.
And you think you're going to make it by unemployment?
Dude, I mean...
No one's... Dude.
You put, what I'm saying is if you put your mind to something, you can achieve... it's impossible. The possibilities are endless, what you could do if you put your mind to it. I think a lot of people are scared at what could happen or what couldn't happen, but they lose... They limit themselves to the opportunities that are anywhere.
But see, I think we're talking very extreme because, okay, if let's say...
I'm just saying if I live next to a volcano and it went off every year, I'm
but,
not going to live next to that fucking volcano.
But
that's the argument I'm trying to say.
But okay,
sacrifice.
Would you if you lived next to a...
So you're saying Houston's a volcano?
No, I mean,
see,
how many years they have
but this is what
year.
So this is what I'm talking about. This was obviously a storm that happened once in
there's
decade,
hurricanes every year.
You know?
Some of them don't reach Houston, but
yeah.
I think in my lifetime there's been more that reached,
but
than I would like to live there.
Okay,
you know what I mean?
But obviously,
I think the same thing. But
but obviously, it's a place where millions of people live, right?
Yeah.
It's a place where millions of people live. There's a lot of things happening in Houston. There's a lot of these are billionaires too.
Yeah.
That are these are billionaires that have like the Houston Texans, Houston Astros. If it was such, a bad place to live, they wouldn't be putting a fucking franchise there in Houston. So, but what the argument is,
if there was no people there, they wouldn't build one there.
But what the argument is that fucking this is something that happens not very often, but when it does happen, they need to be prepared for it, and they're not.
But you're dealing with a natural disaster. Like, how much preparedness could you have? Because if everybody tries to evacuate that city, even if you had the best evacuation plan, the traffic, the amount of people trying to get out there.
What were the temperatures there?
I don't know.
Could you say that those temperatures were colder than Alaska's temperatures?
Yeah. Well, maybe not, but maybe some.
Could you say that those temperatures were colder than Canada's temperatures? What I'm saying is that Canada, Alaska,
the freeze is different.
Yeah. Hold on. The
hurricane.
Hold on. Wait. So what I'm saying is this is obviously a natural disaster that happened. It's a once in a decade natural disaster. But what I'm saying is you need to be prepared. You need to be prepared for those situations. It's like
agreed.
Here in El Paso, there's drains. Why we have drains? It only rains like fucking 3 times a year, and it's very little rain.
Yeah.
But we have those for, it's like schools. Schools have fire drills for a reason.
Right.
There's never been a fire drill that I've ever been a part of, and I've been in the school system for 7 years. I've never been a part of a real fire.
Yeah.
But they put those things in because you're supposed to be prepared. These cities, these counties, these governors, these senators, these city councilmen, all these people in politics need to get their people prepared, their counties, their cities, their states prepared for it. And what happened with Texas, they weren't prepared for it. That's what we're saying.
No, the freeze, I totally agree with what you're saying. They should have been prepared for that. I'm just saying for a hurricane, you can't prepare for that.
No, yeah.
The freeze is different. I totally agree with what you're saying on the freeze. These fuckers slept on the job and it came to bite them in the ass.
But
totally agree with that.
But a hurricane's not going to happen all the time.
It's like every year they have one, though. I just typed in hurricane and it was like, what year are you looking for? And sometimes there's multiple during the year.
Yeah, but they're not city devastating hurricanes.
Yeah.
Yes, they're inconvenience. Yes,
yeah, but I'm just saying,
damage.
like, if
there's damage when it hits fucking 50-mile-per-hour gusts to people's roofs here. Like, so I get what you're saying. Like, me personally, if I lived in Houston and every year my house was getting flooded, I'd probably not live in personally. But it's because I have somewhere else to go. I have El Paso.
Well, I mean,
see, that's the thing, Anthony, is like a lot of these people that live in Houston, this is a city. Oh, nice burp. This is a city. I think it's the third most populated city in the United States. So these are people that have been there for generations. Yeah. So
they've
all of
had many houses torn down.
So all of a sudden you're going to say
generation homes.
These 3 million people or whatever million people are going to pick up and leave, go somewhere else. That's just not how it works.
I don't know, I guess.
Right? Like,
yeah.
I think all of them have the same opportunity to go.
But you're talking about a group of people leaving an area just because all of a sudden in the past 10 years they
look at people leaving the West Coast in California and that's just the shithole that they're in now. They're moving to Austin and stuff. Like, I mean, I don't know. I guess my big thing is just like if I was put in that situation and I had to go through that every fucking time, I would just not go. I would choose not to. And I think everybody has the same opportunity to choose not to. At least to live there.
I mean, I guess.
I don't know. I just like I don't know why you would put yourself through that.
No, yeah. I mean, that's why there's people that move and that's why there's people that stay. Not everyone's the same. But you can't neglect the people that decide to stay and make that their home. You can't say, well, you had the option to leave. You know that this is a danger zone. You had the option to leave.
It's like somebody that gets in a car accident and doesn't have their seatbelt on. It's like, yeah, you still feel bad for the person that didn't have their seatbelt on. It's like, you're supposed to have your fucking seatbelt on. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you're going to be mad because they didn't choose to put their seatbelt on. And it's like, well, no, but you feel sorry for them. Yeah. I mean, you have sympathy for them, but at the same time, it's kind of like, dude, it's your own fault. You didn't wear a seatbelt. Like, who can you blame other than yourself?
Not really. Because not everybody has that option to leave. I really don't think everyone has that option to leave.
But because they're afraid to, or because financially, what like, as far as what?
Not everybody has the option to leave, just pick up and leave. It might have to do with their work. You know, you're talking about like, well, if I'm in this industry, there's plenty of other states that are offering that same industry in their state or their city or whatever. Yeah. Well, it's kind of like the oil thing. Well, change professions. You're so pissed off about them closing the oil fields, change professions. But like you're talking about a guy that's been working in the oil fields for 30 years and then, change professions.
Well, what am I going to be?
Yeah, you know?
I mean, I get both sides.
Yeah.
That's why I live here.
So that's why
I think people are lazy.
I understand what you're saying.
I think people are lazy and they don't want to
No. I get that. There's many people that are lazy, but there's many people that they can't do it, dude. You can't expect everyone to have that same mindset of just leaving, picking up and leaving because there's some kind of adversity that they're going to have to overcome in that place.
Whether they will is a different story than if they have the opportunity to. Right? Whether they like that's what I mean. Like if it's a personal choice they decide to stay, well, they have their reasons. But I think physically you could get on a bus and go somewhere. Right? I mean, it's not like you like a bus ticket's like fucking cheap as shit. Like really. Yeah,
but it's a bus ticket. Then you got to find a place to live. Then you got to find a place to, you got to find a job. It's not gonna
be given to you. We'll see.
No. For it. But like I said, dude. Like I said, it's not as easy as what you're saying. Saying one thing is not the same as actually putting it into play.
I don't know. I guess.
Like you could think of like, oh, I'm gonna do this, and that, but it's not the same as fucking actually.
Because like I'm saying, like I worked in a fucking warehouse.
Like me, when I lost my job, I was like, well, I'll just get another one. I'm college educated. I should be able to find a job. Dude, it took me 10 fucking months to find a job. And even the job that I have right now, this isn't something that I feel like is permanent.
Yeah.
Like, I'm still fucking looking. Because it's hard, dude.
I'm just saying, like,
I'm a single person. Now you're talking about a family of 5 to pick up and leave and go somewhere else?
Yeah, I mean, why not? What do you have to lose? Stay and be in the same place, or chance it? You know what I mean? Like, I'm just saying, because I did the same thing. Like, this profession that I'm in now, I had no experience in. I moved here with literally 2 cars full of stuff. Like, we put what we could fit in our cars, and that was it. We came here. I saw an opportunity, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna fucking make myself.
But where are you living?
Well, I was living with a family, with a relative. My uncle was living
So
here.
you had that opportunity to crash.
Yeah, but I was still on unemployment. I could have bought a freaking apartment or something. Like,
But not, like I said, not everybody gets unemployment, though.
I understand that, but I'm just saying, like, I think people are more afraid to do something like that rather than if they can do something like that.
See, you're basing it off of personal experience. You had an experience that was unique from others.
But I'm just thinking, even if I was put in any situation, I'm the type of person that I'm going to find a way to get out of the situation. Like, whether if I got to fucking sell my body or whatever the fuck I got to do, start an OnlyFans. Like, there's a million possibilities, dude. You could fucking, what's that, DoorDash? I mean, there's a million things you can do. It's in this country, you have free will. You can do something. I think the problem is that people are afraid of what they're comfortable doing what they're doing rather than risk trying for something new or trying for something that.
That's why we should be a communist country.
No, fuck no.
Communist country, man. We all have our jobs. We all have our duties. We all know what we're supposed to be doing. And if they don't, let's take them out back.
It's just how many stories do you hear of people
that
that came from nothing and that made themselves of something?
But for every story that somebody came from nothing and made themselves,
yeah, it's not
into
for
something,
everybody. Not everybody can
There's
do
probably
it.
5 or 10 stories of them failing.
Yeah.
And having to settle.
It's perseverance.
With where they're at.
Keep trying.
And perseverance on Mars.
Yeah, exactly. Full circle back to Mars.
Yeah.
I'm gonna send you to Mars on a plane ticket.
I don't know. I think people get in the habit of saying I can't, and rather than saying I will, and that's the mentality that people have. I think society in general.
If you vote for me,
like,
I will guarantee. Anthony,
it's a mindset
Are you
thing.
announcing your candidacy?
Yeah.
Or?
Be the best
What
president.
office would you run for?
Defense.
Defense?
I just like that.
No, I mean, would you?
I would not. Fuck no.
Yeah, right.
Fuck no.
You would.
I would not.
You know,
dude, the reason why I like my job.
You're probably the most political guy here.
I know.
The reason why I like my job.
When somebody says that they're not gonna run, that means they're gonna run.
No.
Anthony's gonna run.
Okay, I will run.
Yeah.
Anthony's so fucking low key political.
I know. I think Anthony's gonna
dude,
beat Oscar Lee.
Dude, the reason why
I was the one with the Beto O'Rourke shirt, and Anthony's over here fucking so political.
No.
Man.
The reason
everything comes back to politics.
The reason.
Everything fucking.
That's why Pat left.
Yeah, that's why. You know what? Pat was always like, guys, why do you talk about politics?
Dude,
fucking Anthony over here,
I am
always stepping in with the fucking politics.
I am such an introvert, dude. Like, I have a good day. I have a good day at work if I don't have to talk to anybody. Like, if somebody comes up and is walking to me, I'm like, oh, here comes this motherfucker. Like, I just want to avoid people in general. I just want to do my job, not talk to anybody, and go the fuck home. Like, I hate dealing with people, to be honest with you.
I'm an extrovert.
I'm not. I'm comfortable staying at home, not saying a word to anybody. Like, that's a good day for me. I will if I have to, but I do not like to. If I had a choice, I'm telling you, when I go to work and nobody calls me, I don't see a single soul. I'm like, this was a good day. Like, that's just the way I am. I don't like dealing with people, man.
I don't know.
Let alone like having to be in charge of people. Fuck
yeah,
no.
You'd be a good politician.
Yeah,
no.
I mean,
you get the votes and you don't have to listen.
Yeah.
Your
you would be a good politician because when shit starts happening, you just go to fucking Cancun.
You just be like, I'm going by myself.
Yeah, I'm going to Cancun, and then I'll blame it on Lucas. He wanted to go to Cancun. He's never seen Mexico before. He wanted to get his hair braided.
No.
It's all right, Anthony. I mean, you have your opinions.
No, like I said, I just think society as a whole, people are too willing to give up. And it's like, man, like don't give up. You know what I mean? Like, especially with all the time, like COVID.
This. John Cena over here.
I'm
Never
just saying,
give
like,
up.
For
Never
real,
give up.
dude. Like, for real.
Yeah.
Like, for real. Like, I busted my ass. You know what I mean? And
Well,
like,
Yeah.
you know, it's like that's
no
what you
one's
gotta do.
saying that, Anthony.
I'm just
We
saying.
know-
If
we
I
know
could do it, you could do it.
Oh,
Vote for me.
If I could change, you could change.
we are could change.
Okay, Rocky.
Yeah, fucking.
Dun, dun, dun,
This
dun,
guy's
dun,
bringing
dun,
down the
dun.
wall of the Soviet Union over here.
I should be the Cowboys coach. Maybe that's I would
Yeah.
run for that.
Fucking Anthony.
You should give the Nacho Libre speech. Like, aren't you tired of getting dirt kicked in your
Yeah,
face?
man, come on.
Don't you want a taste of the glory? See what it tastes like.
Yeah, man.
It's like I was saying, like with the whole pandemic, like there's businesses that are gonna be lost, but I think they will sprout new businesses of what happens, and
Of
that's
course.
and that's the perseverance of people. It's
Like
just-
us, what we're doing with the Middles Open
Yeah.
Unplugged.
It's-
If you
it's
guys want to
possible,
go ahead
man.
and check out the Middles Open Unplugged, you could check out
You
the
can do
Middles
it. I know you
Open-
can.
You could
Just
check
click.
out. You could go and check out
Everybody's
the
got
Middles
a computer.
Open YouTube channel, guys. Like, subscribe, comment. You know how it is. But the Middles Open Unplugged has been seriously tearing it
Anthony,
up. We've
tell-
had great
We want
bands.
you to
we
subscribe
have Riser,
to
we
the
have
channel.
The Lone Gun. We've had Salmo, of course, the original.
OG Triple G.
Yeah, Salmo IV. We've had him on the show, and then we had the Tequileros.
Mhm.
Yeah, guys. I mean and don't forget about Jacob Zarate. Like, dude,
What I
seriously.
can say is, El Paso, you guys like to listen to 92.3 The Fox on Sundays. I think the new tradition should be going to the Middles Open YouTube channel, going to the Unplugged playlist, and then playing that while you're barbecuing and stuff. Like, come on, man. What's more El Paso than
Tell him,
that?
Anthony. Don't be lazy.
Yeah,
Don't
and
be lazy.
and not
Anybody.
just
Look it up.
not
you
just
have a
El
computer
Pa-
right there.
not
I
You
know
just
have
you
the
do.
opportunity.
But
Hit
not
that
just
like,
El
subscribe.
Paso, guys. Not just El Paso. We want to reach out to the rest of the state of Texas. If you guys are out ice skating on your streets, go for it, man. Listen to the Middles Open. There's
Yeah.
nothing better than listening to the Middles Open podcast, as well as checking out the Middles Open YouTube channel and the Middles Open Unplugged. Great music, great conversation, great social media.
In all honesty, you guys, I wanna say, how pumped were you to see one of our videos go up to 500 views?
It was pretty cool,
Like,
man.
dude, that's pretty cool, and I
Like-
wanna send a shout out to you guys that are listening and watching and following and stuff. Like, it really means a lot to us to see that all our hard work is being appreciated by people, and that's the best
Well,
thing.
just to see how it's growing. Like,
Yeah.
we're in the 500 range now. We're getting a beer named after us. We were interviewed by Elevate El Paso.
Yeah,
Dude,
dude,
things are
have
popping,
just
dude.
like it's
artists
literally-
are actually reaching out to us.
Yeah.
That's the trippy thing. Like, again, when Caleb asked the question, how did this all start and this and that with his like fucking voice, his host
Yeah.
voice, like, hey guys, I see the product.
He's got
it
a good
makes me
voice.
laugh and this and that.
He just
blah,
started a
blah, blah."
podcast.
And then he says, how did it all start? And like I said, from the very beginning, I was like, man, like, I just wanted to start a podcast. Peter and I, we have opinions. We don't always see eye to eye. We're always arguing. Let's see who listens to it. I don't care if it's 1, 2, 3 people. I'm going to put it out there, see who listens to it. And now we're finally getting some traction, not just the podcast, but the performances. It's like so crazy. People are actually reaching out to us and they're like, yo, we want to be a part of this fucking ship that you guys are riding on.
Yep.
It's fucking amazing. And like, it's fucking humbling, dude.
Yeah.
It's fucking humbling. It's like, it's so trippy that people like, they appreciate the work that we're putting in.
Yeah.
Cause like we said, it's not a job that we have. It's just like 4 guys that are in a room fucking talking, getting guests on here. And then every once in a while we'll have like the special guests. We'll have some interns and stuff like that. And it's fucking cool, dude. Like Peter said it best. It's our fucking clubhouse. We got to drink some beers and just have a conversation.
Dude, perfect example. We started this podcast with 2 lavalier mics and a phone. Like, you can do it, man. You can do it.
Yeah. You know
Don't
why?
be lazy.
You know
Yeah,
what
don't
it
be
was
lazy.
though? It's because we didn't just stay. We said, no, we need to go to Anthony's house and we need to make the move. You know?
Yeah, you can move too,
Like,
guys.
we could have just stayed in a dangerous area like Borderland. And, with crickets chirping and
At
everything.
the Walmart.
But we decided to move and bring the podcast over
Yeah.
here for, much better horizons or I don't know.
Better opportunities.
Yeah, better opportunity.
No, in all seriousness, like I was super excited about that, seeing it go up to 500, and man, here's to 1,000, man. Let's hit 1,000. Let's do this, guys.
Cheers. Pat, you're not here, but whatever.
Yeah.
Here's the thing, guys. Let's close up shop. Peter's already on his phone.
Yeah.
Surprisingly, Peter's fingers haven't touched the phone for a while, but now they're starting to go over there. Anyways, Peter,
No, I'm checking our video.
okay. Gosh. Anyways, Peter, any last words? We had some more topics that we wanted to cover, but of course, we always tend to go off.
We go off.
We're like a fucking quad over here, like an ATV. We just go off-roading.
Yeah. But that's what makes the middles open.
Yeah.
No, I just want to remind everyone, go check out our merch. We got some awesome hats. We're all sporting the hats today, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
We also got our shirts. Anthony's got his sweater.
Dude, I actually want one of those trucker hats.
Abel's got a blue shirt.
Like, for real, I like this original, black and gray one.
Nice.
But I'm looking at those trucker hats, and I'm like, I think I could use those.
Yeah. There's some good stuff out there. And then we got our koozies.
Yep.
They keep your beer cold. And you know what's crazy about these koozies? I don't know if they have magic in them, but Peter bought the hottest fucking beer in the world. He was like, "Oh guys, I didn't buy cold beer because it was fucking the temperature of whatever. Texas is freezing.
Texas is freezing and El Paso's
Texas
still
is
hot.
freezing and there's not enough energy to cool the machines
You have hot
here."
beer.
So Peter brought hot beer, lukewarm beer, and then I put the Bud Light in this fucking koozie right here. And it went from lukewarm to freezing cold.
Yeah.
Don't ask me how it did it. But, guys, if you really want to check out the merchandise, get these koozies because they'll keep your beer nice and frosty. You like that cold beer? Get a koozie.
Yeah. Yeah, we make them here in-house, so support us.
Yeah.
Please.
Yeah, we have our labor workers over there. Amber.
American made.
American made.
Texas made.
By white people.
True story. Yeah.
That's not a fucking joke.
Yeah.
Show a picture of Amber.
Yeah, no, for real. We have our merch American made.
Yeah.
People might say American made, but we actually have white people working on our stuff. So that's what's up.
Yeah. All right. I don't know where to go with that, but yeah. Thanks. Thanks for watching.
Anthony, anything you want to say, man?
No, Peter plugged the merch. Like I said, the Unplugged is really
Check it out.
really cool, man. Check it out.
Yeah.
Definitely. Good tunes, good people from El Paso.
No, I just wanted to say something before we wrap up. Caleb Lara, thanks a lot for inviting us to be a part of your show, Elevate El Paso. You guys are going to want to check that out. And 2 weeks from now on the CW network at 8 a.m. on Sunday. You can also check out Caleb Lara with on his Facebook page at Elevate El Paso TV. And you can go ahead and check out his Instagram, Elevate EPTX. Guys, seriously, very nice dude. He was interviewing us. Awesome guy. But yeah, man, thank you so much. This was The Middle is Open.
Trying to do a motherfucking podcast in here, shit.